What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Good evening to all of you. I had to take it up a notch, okay? Sometimes when you're going out into the world, you just know that in these days and ages, in this day and age, you have to equip yourself a little bit more. So, with a very small firearm, you may find yourself kind of feeling a little under equipped. But then sometimes if you're rocking, a massive handgun with a, you know, candy bar stendo hanging out that thing and a suppressor on it. You know what? Sometimes it's a little too much. So what can you do? Just rock a 12 gauge. That's it. And what better thing to pair it with than a $7 NC Star elastic bandolier? I'm just saying. I'm actually not going to wear it the whole time, but I mean, it is cool, bro. If you're breech loading your shoddy, bruh, bruh. And I got a whole mess of flight control that just came in. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. I'm starting to get a little bit nervous about the amount of ammo that I have. I think it may actually fall through my second floor. But let's go ahead and get started. So first off, I just want to go ahead and congratulate the first person this evening, the first person, which is Dang Old Matt. Congratulations, Dang Old Matt. Fwip, 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 fwip. I'm just playing. Hey, congratulations, brother. Dang Old Matt, first in chat. Look at that. Oh, snap. Oh, what? It rhymed. Matt, my man, congratulations. You, sir, are due at least one manly handshake or a high five. Psh, congrats, brother. So let's go through and say what's up to all the Chena members. We got Key ASC. What's up, brother? Another Chena member. Man Against the Masses. What's poppin'? Good to see you. Another Chena member. Agorizer, my guy. Great to see you. Another Chena member. And Howard J. What up? Good to see you. Another Chena member. Zanti Misfit. Who is it? Question mark. What is that? A donkey? That's an ant. That's an ant. Zanti Misfit, brother, another channel member. Thank you for coming and hanging out. We got Blue Curtain Burner. What's up, brother? Another channel member. Yona Vice. Hey, bro, I had Yona do some helping, and he helped me equip that bad boy, that bad boy right there, with a lot of products, and he saved me a bunch of money. He also just got somebody, Beretta A300 Ultima Patrol in gray, which is more difficult to come by than most. Oh, look at that. Did I get an alert for myself finally? Oh my goodness. Oh no, that's not me. It's 2AEDU. Oh well. Okay, so he Jonah, he can work some magic, all right? And your boy helped out big time. And he saved a bunch of money. So shout out to you, Jonah. You're the man. Big Mac Defense always coming in. That BCM rail right there was from him. What else? I think the brace, a whole bunch of shit, man. He's awesome. He helped me out a lot. So thank you, appreciate you. Show Jonah some love. Big Mac Defense, my guy, always helping the folks out. ADXR 920, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Another China member. We got Gort, also another China member. I'm never, look, I've thought about this. I'm never going to stop shouting out channel members, even to the point where we had like well over 100. I'm never going to stop. So you can always remember that there's going to be at least 10 minutes of me greeting everybody in the beginning. I'm sorry, y'all. I care about y'all. I need to, come in and say what's up and show some love to y'all. So, Gort, brother, great to see you. Another channel member. See Key ASC's Anti Misfit, Man Against the Masses, our resident meme artist. I had to sit through 2 full-length ads for this. What? Well, the funny thing is, by the time we're done, don't worry, they're going to take all of that. They're giving nothing to me because for the past 2 months, they have taken, I don't even want to say the word, from every single video and live stream that I've posted. So, and then probably the only one video that they shouldn't have approved, they did. So that's why I've been going over to Rumbo a whole lot more. Taco Syndicate, what's up, brother? Good to see you, another channel member. We got Drew. What's poppin', Drew? Another channel member, of course. Agorizers, Anti Misfit, Tech. Didn't I say what's up to Agorizer? Either way, another channel member. Great to see you. Tech Money, what's up, fam? Another channel member. Great to see you. Let's see, Zanti Taco Barton. What's up, brother? Not acquainted. Thank you. Appreciate that. Great to see you. Barton Fink is the man. Appreciate you, man. Another channel member. And I think Barton Fink is personally friends with some of the other accounts that you may see floating around here tonight. So we'll see, Barton Fink. See if you can call some of them in, like Pre-Op, Crump, or some of those guys and gals. Let's see. Gort, Agorizer, BV Luminous. What's up, brother? Another channel member, of course. Representative Luminous reporting. Oh, that's great. Oh, look at that. He's already here. Pre-op Crump. Breaking news. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Obviously, another channel member. Man, I appreciate you guys so much, man. I could not do this without all y'all. Trust me. Trust me. Let's see, Man Against the Masses. Dark got his brows tweezed. What? Bro, it's you know what it is, honestly? It's that I moved my light. That's probably what it is. They just doubled in size. Dang, that's crazy, bro. I moved my light way quicker. So it looks like I'm clean and have a clear complexion and all, but and no, it's not. It's just light tricks. See, funny how that works. Taco, what's up, brother? Kurt, Kurt, you and I are gonna have to talk. All right. So hold that thought for a moment, okay? Jonah Weiss, my guy. Yeah, you're the man. Let's see, Zanti Misfit, Agorizer. Well, first, everyone show some love for Kurt24. He did something extremely kind and thoughtful today, and it touched me. It touched me all over. Point on the doll where Kurt touched you, and it was right here. Okay. All right. Zanti Misfit, Agorizer. Let's see, Drewski, Mike McClune. What up? No notification, but you know I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, mostly sometimes 50% of the time, all the time, at around 10 something p.m. Eastern, unless I fall asleep. Great to see all you guys. Love y'all. Kurt24, Agorizer. Let's see who else we got. 80X Ernan 20. Had a good talk with Jonah Weiss about a 16-inch upper going to pull the trigger after Xmas. It looks like nice. Was hoping sooner, but we'll have to wait. That's what's up, man. Go with the Joner. Look, his catchphrase is Joner will give you a boner. So can't go wrong with that. Jason, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Another channel member, of course. Gort, Jason. Gort, JC9, what's up, fam? Good to see you. The spiciest meatball in the bunch. Let's see. Silverback, what's up, player? Good to see you. Another channel member, of course. Mike McClune, JC9, Kurt24, Jonah Weiss, Silverback, Man Against the Masses. Hey, Eagle Run 23 What's up, brother? Good to see you. Also, a channel member. Kurt24, Jenna Weiss, Silverback, Drew, Eagle Run 23. By the way, guys, if you don't know, I'm sure everyone here likely knows. We just started. We got 51 people in here. Beautiful, beautiful. Eagle Run 23 has an excellent channel, and you guys need to go check him out. Subscribe to his ish because his ish is fire. I'm just saying. And we got some exciting things coming up in the future that all of you may enjoy. It's very dark and very rich. That's what I'll say. Let's see, Barton Fink, Drew, Jason, Kurt, Eagle Run. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Do me a favor, all channel members sign off so I can make sure that we show you some love as you're coming in the door before we start the party. Jason, Kurt 24, John Weiss, Shana Memba. Great to see you. Welcome, everybody. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much. Dang, Shana is on point. Bro, look, just make sure you hit the like button 3 times. And can we give some gratitude to Shauna, to Kurt, to the mods? Just show them some love, you know what I mean? They do so much for us around here, right? They help keep the halls clean, they keep the lights on. I mean, they're just incredible. So, gotta love it, gotta love it. Jonah Weiss, Agorizer, great to see you guys. JC9, Anthony Smith, what's up, bro? Bro, Anthony Smith, shoot me a yeah, if you need time, bro, you're good. If you need a couple minutes, shoot me a message. I know I tell y'all to send me messages on Instagram, and then I get so backed up, you know, I'm on a little bit of a delay, but I promise I'll get back with y'all. But yeah, shoot me a message and I'll get the patch out to you. Let's see. So we got Joe Q in the building. What's up, player? DJ Play Nice. Great to see you. Anthony Smith. We got all the honorable mentions here. Damian Christ. What's popping? What's popping? Good to see you. Let's see. Joe Q, Damian Christ. Let's see who else. I saw some other folks up in here. Bronson. What up? Kurt, you the man. He took one for the team. He always does. All right, let's see who else we got. Jin Champ. What's up, brother? Good to see you. And let's see, Bud Boomer. Bud Boomer, he's using filters, guys. Yeah, totally a filter. Look at that. It's like old, dirty, dark, and then bright, clean, dark. Let's see, Jova Q, DJ Play Nice, Big Tap. What up? What up? Good to see you. Let's see, Philly Slow. Hey, Seed. Hey, Seed. Grand Life AJ. What's popping? Good to see you. Let's see, Jova. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Constitutional Carpenter. What's up, brother? Good to see you. And CDL. What up? What up? Good to see you. Damien Christ, Jova Q. Philly Slow. Salute. Great to see you, fam. Sorry, I'm limited to my mobility here. It's small confines of space here. Jalen Jackson. What's popping? Good to see you with the turkeys. Love it. Love it. Ahoy. Love it. Live life. What's up, brother? Rip Curl Readiness. What up? P38 Wilberto. Yo, where's everybody at, dog? Where's like Senor Bob? Where's Putang? Where's all the other heads? I don't know where they're at. I don't know where they're at. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let's see. Big Huncho, what up? Good to see you. Appreciate y'all coming in here. Woo, I just almost banned you on accident. Jeez, is it that easy? Ineptocracy, what up? Big Honcho, what up? All y'all, great to see y'all. Great to see y'all. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So thank you for everybody who patiently wait as I go through and welcome literally every single channel member because that's how much we love y'all. Hey, Invader Zip, my guy, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Appreciate you coming and swinging by. I want to say something though about dang, Key ASC just dropping it like that. As soon as he walks in the strip club, he just throws a stack of ones at the stripper. Like, dang. Appreciate you, bro. Key ASC just gifted 5 DLD After Dark memberships. Now, it looked like I said 4, but my thumb is kind of, he did say German 3. Remember? Name that movie. Key ASC gifting 5 DLD After Dark channel memberships for the people, by the people. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. You're the man. For real. BV Lumi, my guy. All y'all tactical turkeys up in the building. Love it. Mike Hen, what up? All right, so before we get started, I want to say one thing. So a lot of you guys know that, and I've been very open with this. I used to have issues with substance abuse way back when I was a little tyke, and I got clean November 5th, 2010. All right. And I've been open with that. We've talked about the issues of fentanyl, the issues with substance abuse, and the issues that are affecting most military age males, especially those that are freedom minded, that, care about freedom, independence, and, liberty, like the kind of shit that we talk about. Most of us are of similar beliefs, right? And because we've talked about that a lot, I've been open and talked about my clean date, which is November 5th, 2010. And coming up on 13 years in just a few days. Well, guess what? Today, before I came on the show, I opened up my email and I got a card sent to me by Kurt24 saying, "Congratulations. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. You deserve a crisp high five." Psh, my guy, uh, for celebrating 13 years. Bro, Kurt, you were so kind and so thoughtful, and I appreciate you. And you're the man. For real. Thank you. That means a lot. The fact that y'all care, like, bro, it means a lot. Thank you. And having people around like my guy Big Fish, who really I'm going to change his name to Big Geisley because he's been helping me through this whole thing. Anthony Smith is now a channel member. Like, this is beautiful. Love all y'all. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So first off, what um, what is the one thing, if I had to set up a kind of like a riddle? Dang, Shauna, happy soberversary, DLD member for 10 months. Thank you. I appreciate you. And Shauna, Jason, all the mods. You guys are incredible, man. Love y'all so much. Thank you. Kurt, you the man. There's Senor Bob. Great to see you. If you guys could pick two things that you never ever wanted a vagina to be, it would be dusty and fish. We don't want no dust and no fish in our vajays.
Absolutely not.
But we do want dust and fish in the live streams. So let me take this ridiculous $7 NC Star 12 gauge bandolier off.
Looks like you got
I
that.
kind of like it.
That's like a yard sale.
I mean, it's
Fanny
12 gauge.
I got a
Straight
fanny
up.
pack like that.
Best
12 gauge
$7 I've ever spent, dog.
Yeah, you don't got to be Gucci for 12 gauge. You
That's
just get right to
no,
the point with that
that's
shit,
good.
right?
Look, I won't be Gucci for 12 gauge, right? But I'll be Gucci for BCG, barrel, upper and lower. Bro, and you're so right. So I popped out the unfortunately, popped out the lower, and then I put that very bright. So I picked a bright OD green Duramag, right? And I put that shit in there, and I was like, oh, that's definitely like flat OD green.
It's OD green.
Yeah, I was hoping maybe they gave me a
40
little
Mike is more like
bright.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
limer.
yeah.
It
Clovertac.
all goes together though.
Shout out
Yeah.
Clovertac. I met Clovertac in Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh
he's a
yeah,
good
me and
dude.
him got shit faced.
Yeah,
Bro.
yeah, I met Clovertac in Vegas at
Bro.
the Guns.com party.
Clovertac. You know what I really want? Clovertac. If there's a way, he's so helpful, and he's always been able to jump in and help anyone. Clovertac. Find a way to get me a hookup on that 2311. The 2311. You know what I'm talking about. The EAA 2311, bro. I need that in my life. So let me know. And if there's no way, that's okay. But if I don't ask, you know what I mean? Like, what the hell? But that shit, the 2311 from EAA is fire. That thing is like glass smooth. It's an excellent handgun. And if there's one thing I need more of, it is semi-automatic 9mm handguns.
Definitely handguns.
Definitely. I don't have enough. So many people are like, Dark, yo, your handgun collection is nuts. I'm like, dog, that's just my Glock collection. It's pretty bad. Take Money, what's up, brother? Good to see you. All you guys coming in here, man. Thank you so much for the support. Let's go ahead and jump into it, and we'll start by introducing our.
Hold on, are you standing right now? Nice. Dude, I never knew. Did you guys always know the whole time he was standing?
Well, so I didn't actually always stand. I used to sit, and DLD needs a tactical Taylor 37mm bandolier. Bro, I've considered it. If y'all saw some of the 37 Mike rounds that I got, they're pretty nasty. Yes, they're only lawful flare and signal rounds, and
until
they're
you put something in that's not flare.
Yeet! I would never do that. Oh, nice. And Kurt 24, look at you. Somebody actually just bought another Shadow Systems Glock lower parts kit on my eBay store because Shopify is consistently trying to ban me. So thank you, Kurt, for doing that. If you guys want them, they are only...
Is that a Grand National?
$59 for the Shadow Systems lower parts kit. Is it what?
This picture, is it Grand National or Monty?
Armani.
You know what? I think he said at some point. I can't recall.
I fucking love those cars, bro. Like those.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dark is still inside the closet. He secretly likes 40 cal, bro. You know what's so funny? In a way, I mean, I hate 40. Hold on.
I love 40.
In a way, don't lie. 40mm.
No, I love 40 cal. I love 40.
Bro, you're welling. Don't lie.
Did you see the Palmetto State Armory deal? The HKP 2040 for like $300, and then there's like HK has a $200 rebate or some shit.
That's insanity. You could get it
for
it's $100.
So check this out. This is my stance on 40, right? Been thinking about this. So God forbid shit hits the fan, all hell breaks loose.
And then we're gonna introduce you guys after this, but go ahead.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good.
40 cal is gonna be the last caliber around.
I believe it.
Not everybody's first pick, but everybody has one. And I don't care what anybody says. Everybody has a 40 and everybody has a shit ton of 40. No one fucks with it. No one touches it. It's going to be the last of the last.
It will be the last, but it's
bro,
because it's the last person picked a dodgeball. Like it holds a functional role, and no one will select it initially. So yes,
I want to say I got like 1,000, 2,000 rounds of federal HST 180 grain fucking 40 cal shit.
I mean that's good
just
shit.
Chilling, just chilling.
HSTs are dope. And back then, I just got another. I got another shipment of some federal BPLE or BP9s, and I got a bunch of BPLEs too, bro. I'm telling you, the ammo that I have over here, like I literally had to think, how much would it take to fall through the floor? Like it's getting a little ridiculous.
So you might want to be careful with that.
I mean,
have you ever put it in your safe?
Like, yeah, that's what I do to weigh it down.
And then like the boards are like bending in and shit.
So I basically spread it out, and I'm like, all right, some goes in the safe, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ammo cans to weigh down the safe. And if you take it, you earned it, dog, because that shit ain't light, right? If you can take 8 full ammo cans and like 50 guns, it's yours, dog. It's yours. You've earned it. I'll even tip you afterwards, driveway service. And then I got a whole bunch in the closet, and then I got another gun safe in the master bedroom, and then a whole bunch in storage, then a whole bunch of loaded mags, then it's just like everywhere. So doing the ammo inventory that I was talking about the other day, bro, it was a lot. And then after I finished the ammo inventory, I had like several thousand more rounds come in like over the next week. So I was like, fuck, I need to go back and inventory it again. But anyway, let's go ahead and introduce you guys. For all of you guys that are here that do not know, because I do have a channel that surprisingly new people actually do join every now and then. So for the ones that are here that do not know who you are, let's go ahead and start. Dust, Fish, who wants to go first? Let them know who you are, what you do, and where they can find you.
Blink twice if you need help.
Rock, paper, scissors, or
what's going on, guys? My name is Kick Up Dust 308.
Mm-hmm.
Part of a group. We have a group channel. It's called Tactical Turkeys.
Small, real small.
Yeah, it's not a big channel. We're working.
Yeah, only 230,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
right,
bro.
my bad. Let me stop.
We're growing. It is what it is. We do our thing. We like higher end firearms. We talk a bunch of shit. We talk about everything. Nothing's off the table.
Yeah, we be talking.
I like poor shit too. I just want that out there.
Can't say that I'm familiar. No, we got a bunch of. No, he knows. I know the real. Who's really behind that account? So this account was Flying Rich, or I'm Snoring Rich. They were DLD after Ambien. It's the same person that like every 30 days just cranks it out to another funny, hilarious name.
Dude, I've got a funny fucking story about Ambien.
Pre-operative.
Yeah, that's a picture of John Crump.
I know that is Crump. Absolutely.
Yeah, but the person isn't Crump. He took Crump's picture before he went in for a surgery. I don't know who would have sent that to him. And anyway, yeah. So okay, before you give your Ambien story, tell 10 millimeter for show. Yeah, that's
my name's Big Fish, and I like to party.
He does. That's confirmed.
Yo, I will buy a membership for whoever can tell me what movie that is from.
I'm Big Fish, and I like to party.
Not the Big Fish part, but
okay, I was gonna say
they're introducing themselves, and they're like, "My name's so and so, and I like to party."
That does sound familiar as shit. Hold up. Damn, bro, where do I know that? That's Will Ferrell?
There you go. Barton got it.
Hot Rod. Was that right? Will Ferrell?
No. It is a Saturday Night Live guy. It's what the fuck is his name? The Boats and Hose kid.
The other one, the brown haired dude.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. No one knows his name.
Boats and Hose.
10
Hot
millimeter
rod
is
is
like
super
5.7.
underrated though. That shit's
Janina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. No, I'm sorry. I was about to go off on a tangent right now. That's my shit. 10
All right.
millimeter is like 5.7, very niche. You are wrong, preacher. I
Yeah, I'd
disagree
say
with that.
wrong. Yeah, wrong. Let's go around the room. Explain. What do you mean?
All right. This is what you're saying. 10 millimeter is very niche. Absolutely not. 5.7 might be niche. You know, if you have bitch made hands and you can't take, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not a shot.
Bro.
That's not a shot at nobody. 10
That's
mil
some
is
big fish shit.
10 mil is a very versatile round. You can EDC at 10 mil.
Oh yeah.
But you can go into the woods with 10 mil, provided the right ammo. You can
Yeah.
absolutely EDC at 10 mil and stop whatever you need to stop, and you could drop a fucking moose. It's confirmed. You could drop a moose with a 10 mil.
For sure. Agreed.
Confirmed.
Fish, what are your thoughts?
I love them both.
I don't know if you're dropping I don't know if you're dropping.
When all y'all were panic buying during COVID, I was buying 10 mil and 5.7. Be 100 with you, because you know why? Because that shit was available.
Yeah, it's probably a good move.
10 mil is also a great sub gun cow, you know, for PCCs, for people carrying through crystals. Sorry,
man, so much shade. So y'all may not know this. Dust very much dislikes pistol caliber carbines.
He's a hater.
Yeah, he is a sub gun fascist. We like to. I'm just playing. Bitch made hands. Totally not a shot though. That's like when Fish was like, yeah, I mean, I'm not talking shit, but you know, I'm not talking about Uncle Fester making, you know, piece of shit guns in his garage. It's like, damn.
Yo, yeah, that was pretty bad.
It's not a shot though.
But it wasn't a shot. I wasn't.
You got what I was trying. My point. So
I know.
My wife tells me this all the time. She says I sound like aggressive, but in my mind, I'm not really being aggressive. It's just how I get my point across.
This is how I talk. You got
to explain something, right?
Yeah, I feel you. So preacher, what I would say is maybe something that's a little more niche. I say 10 millimeter and 5.7 over the years have become a little bit more common or a little bit less uncommon or whatever. You're seeing more of it, right? And you're seeing more firearms chambered in that, right? Because back in the day, it was like, oh, you got a 10 millimeter, you have a Smith & Wesson 1006 or a Bren 10 or a 1911 and 10 millimeter or a Glock 20. Like that was it, right? Now there's way more firearms. There's way more firearms chambered in 5.7. Remember when 5.7 came out, it was like, oh, you got a 5.7, so you have a PS90 or a 5.7 pistol. That was it. Now there's a whole.
And I would also say, like, when it comes to ammo, like a lot of people don't even know what the fuck they're even talking about. Like, let's so not all 10 millimeters created equal. Let's get this out. Let's get 5.7 is the same fucking way. The shit that you buy, like American Eagle 5.7, dude, that's
way downloaded.
It's 22, my guy. Like,
yeah, way down.
You're not. You don't have the red box FN nice shit. Like, and the same thing with 10 mil. If you're not buying specific standards of 10 mil, you're basically buying 40 cal with a 10 millimeter name on it.
Almost exactly the same spec, speed,
yes.
PSI, like literally.
Ammo, we preach this a lot on our channel. Ammo is probably one of the most overlooked important aspects when it comes to fucking firearms. That it's not even funny, dude. Like, all ammo is not created equal. It's literally the lifeblood of your firearm.
Yeah.
And people will just be like, "Oh, I just want to shoot steel case 55 because that's all I need." No, dog. No.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I've kind of set myself up, like, especially now. I actually put panic buying, ammo shortage and stuff like that because I did want to hit that. I think it's important, like, when there's situations coming up in the market that are going to impact ammunition, especially ammunition, not just firearms, right? There's always going to be fluctuations in the firearm industry and market, but with ammo though, I set it up to where I am always purchasing ammo weekly, straight up.
You should be
Always, because anything consumable with your firearm, ammunition, magazines, or any other small parts that are going to break. And I'm not a rich man. You
No,
can make your
you
budget.
don't have to be.
Yeah, whatever your budget
I
is.
used to.
$20.
So before Walmart went, can I say the G word?
You can say
I'll
whatever
try
you
not.
want.
Before Walmart went stupid,
Yeah.
I used every time I went grocery shopping, I'd buy like a couple boxes of 300 Blackout, right? And so this was long time ago before 300 Blackout took off. So like eventually I had a fucking giant stack of 300 Blackout. So then when I bought the 300 Blackout guns, and people were like, "Oh, the ammo costs too much," I was like, "Not really."
Already got it.
I got 5,000 rounds already, and I wasn't even trying. You know, like it's all how you budget yourself, and that's why we like to say on our channel, not to promote it anymore because we don't need to, but
no, go ahead.
Being poor is a mind state. Like you do poor shit when you could do things that are not rich mentality, but like fucking budgeting your money and buying couple boxes a week here and there, like shit like that, instead of, I don't know, fucking a new charger or earbuds or whatever dumb shit you wanted. You know, you could have the nicer shit if you really wanted it, and you really wanted to get it. You will budget and find a way, and that's I believe that, dude. I really do.
Shout out to the End Is Near Beware. That's dope. You got some more Goon Beam stuff. Like, I love everything Goon Beam.
I like my Goon Beam.
Bro, I got a whole box full of Goon Beams right here that are all for kind of different like purposes. But the rifle light, bro, you will fall in love with and adore the rifle light. I will never put another torch on my gun unless it's for a specific purpose. And if it's for like IR, then I'm using a Goon Beam IR. So you'll love it. But backing up a little bit here. And I do have a link in the description and all that. So thank you for using that. I appreciate that. But backing up a little bit, what did you just mention right before that? Oh, so that AR, the one I constantly talk about, not the one I just built right there, but I used to have basically as plain Jane as possible ARs, like just decent enough to work. Like I was assembling ARs when like spike slowers were like the shit, right?
I still got one.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all got one, right? Yeah, if you got the color fill, then
no, I didn't do that gay shit.
Definitely gay, right? But Kimball, what's up, brother? But like spike slowers, arrow precision was like kind of just starting to get more of a name for itself. But they work, right? CMMG lower parts kits were for real where it was at. Spike slowers and all that because they were inexpensive, color coded the bags, made it simple for beginners, and I started putting stuff together. But I was using the most inexpensive parts that I could get. That gun that you see every training that we've done together, at MD Arsenal, shout out, has been with that gun. I literally took like a year, maybe even over a year. I bought the LWRC lower from a dude that was moving that ended up getting an extra free one. It was like, fuck it, I'm gonna sell it. I'm leaving the state. Got it for the low. Got a 10.3-inch Colt barrel from another dude, and a BCM stripped upper and a BCM BCG from another dude. Then I went out and bought a handguard, and there, I just kind of started picking up like
that's all high tier shit. That's all high tier shit.
At that time, that was like I was like, I am
to
going.
this day, I would say that's high tier shit. A Noveski barrel, a BCM bolt, like that's fucking tippity top.
Yeah, I'm pushing 10,000 rounds ish with it, and I don't even know if I've had a real malfunction aside from a couple hiccups with the binary trigger. And I know some people aren't going to like that, but bro, I run the hell out of that binary trigger.
We know.
Nice.
Yeah, y'all know. Hat Creek is always like, you cheater. Stop cheating.
I don't want to offend anyone who's poor. Don't get it twisted. I've been on WIC with my wife from the bottom shit, bro. Like, seriously.
Yeah. He said, I don't.
So I've been there. I get it.
Bro, I'm with you.
But I was also buying Jordans at that time, like a fucking retard.
Yeah. Yep.
Or stupid ass wheels for my truck. Like I didn't shit that I didn't fucking need, right?
Yeah. It's misplaced. So once you get to this point where you truly believe that the position that we're in as a country and where we are with humanity as a whole, you might actually need to pick up your work tools and do something. It You start to seriously reevaluate everything, not just the gear, the gear, the plates, the gun belt, the guns, the tools, the mags, the ammo, and all that, and then nods and all that shit. But then you're like, okay, where else do I spend money? Where do I spend money that I could stop, turn that spigot off, and then start putting that over here, right?
Yeah.
Water, food, shelter, security, whatever, gear, gas masks, or whatever. And then you start kind of investing more into preparedness or guns or gear or whatever. So, what if you look at the past 5 years? What was the absolute best purchase that in your mind, like you don't have 1 ounce of regret? It was the best purchase ever. The last 5 years, guns, gear, tools, anything like that. What's your best purchase?
I don't want to say it, but fuck it, I don't give a fuck. Gold and silver.
Yeah. That you stash out of state, a different place that you don't have at your house. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. The bank doesn't own me. I don't need the bank.
Yeah, fuck banks.
I'm Gucci, bro.
Yeah. I got silver, but I don't know. I mean, if it all falls, cash is going to be worthless.
Yeah.
And I think walking up to a camp like, can I trade
That's
you
what I'm
all
saying.
my
When you
gold?
can trade, and that goes for any tangible asset, bro. When you can trade fiat currency, when you truly understand what our money is and how the system's rigged, it's a pipe dream, right? Like there's only a matter of time before the music stops and you got to grab a chair.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah,
anything that's tangible, whether it's foreign made, that's why I went heavy on foreign guns, because I think those are gonna go up in value the most, right?
Damn, he said if you're poor, prostitute in Vegas. Do whatever you got to do for your Geisley Super Duty, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Facts.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, don't keep money in a bank. That's not real money. That's not a tangible asset.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, facts.
I feel
now,
like
you're saying that's your bet. My bad, Dust. Real quick. You're saying that's your
when they can just print 100 fucking billion and be like, here you go, Ukraine, and devalue your shit. So when you go to buy eggs, they're fucking $10 a carton.
Yeah,
I'm not fucking with you. Like, I'm not keeping my shit in the bank. You got to be an idiot.
Yeah. Word. All right.
That's all.
Dust. What about you?
I don't just upgrading everything. At one point, I had a lot of firearms that were kind of pointless. You know what I'm saying? Like
a lot of mid-tier shit.
Pointless, but it was just like, what is this?
Yeah.
Why do I? This shit is dumb. It was more of a flex to have a bunch of firearms to me than anything else. And then we just started upgrading shit, and I was just like, we're good. So now
then you were like, I'm getting a nice
amount of firearms. You know what I'm saying? Like just knowing that I have a firearm that can run 70K.
Yeah.
Before the first cleaning. That's actually recommended by the fucking company. You know what I'm saying? It's like stamped. Like,
ooh, he's talking that night shit right now.
70K before the first cleaning.
Damn. Now
like that, where it's just like, all right, like, no doubt.
Is your shit all Knights armament, or do you have other
LMT lower,
LMT lower, SR15 upper?
He's got Geisley's too, 2 of them.
Yeah. No, I know you. What? You had an 11.5 Geisley?
I have a 11.5, well 10.5, 11.5, and a 13.9.
Nice.
And I got like a few other things that like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like.
All right, your window breaks right now. Psh, knock on wood that this does not happen. Your window breaks right now.
Shit's right next to me.
Okay, all right. But let's say,
gong. It'll be like, be right back, guys.
Let's say you had to grab one of the rifles. Let's say literally all three. You were reviewing all three for a video, and they're right in front of you right now. Which one are you grabbing?
Probably the smallest one. I'm gonna grab the Knights. I'm gonna grab my 10.5 Knights.
Yeah.
That's I'll probably grab my Knights. I don't know. It depends on where I'm at in the house. You could get
shit. I don't know. Maybe I would use that Super Duty.
I'm gonna be very real with you. Depending on where I'm at in my house, you could either, God forbid, this ever happened, hypothetically speaking, you could either get shot, or you could end up with a fucking axe in your head.
Facts.
And everywhere in between. You know what I'm saying?
Or some of that broken glass all up inside your bitch ass.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
There might be something that, you know, you hear clink and just you hear it down the stairs, clink, 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 clink.
Did you see that video?
What's that, dude?
Did you see that video where that little piece of shit was stealing something in like a Total Wine or an ABC store or something like that? And he was like pushing the carts at the security guard, and you could see him running his mouth like, "Do something, bro." What? Like, you know, like this cocky ass attitude. And another shopper grabbed a bottle of wine and soccer ball chucked, yeet, like that, and it hit him in his head. And dude was like,
just put him out.
Bro, literally was like,
just to answer Tim's question, right? Just to answer Tim's question.
Yeah.
One, I have insurance. All right, everybody should have insurance for these, God forbid, you know, situations, you know, and that's fine. If they confiscate it, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, because chances are, and I'm being honest with you, I'll probably have another one.
Yeah. Do you get to live through it?
What?
Yeah. Do you get to live through it?
Yeah, yes. I'll probably have another one before, and then you know what? What happened? My Knights saved my life.
Yeah.
On the box, when you buy Knights, it says, "When your life depends on it."
Yeah.
No, it says, sorry, when your life is on the line.
When your life is on the line, yeah.
When your life is on the line. It literally says that, you know. So, yeah, like, I also, hold on, wait. So, like, and this is like also a situation, right? So, how can I put this? I'm not the type, like, so people buy like expensive firearms, and they're like, I'm gonna use this cheap firearm so the cops don't take it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I understand, I get it. You know, that's why I kind of EDC my Glock, but I also EDC my Glock because I know for a fact it's reliable. So I'm very big on reliability. I'm very, very big on reliability. That's like my main durability. Reliability is my main thing. So whatever happens. You know, I have them for a reason. You know, like, it's not just to train with. It's also
Don't get it twisted too. We didn't just wake up gun snobs. Like, I started with a CMMG with a BCM upper, and then it progressed. Then I went.
That is totally like high.
I mean, a little bit.
He's like, man, don't get.
This was also back in 2007 or 8 before BCM. Before you knew what BCM was.
BCMs were like $5.59 for an upper.
Yeah, dude. Like, so I just did research on the internet on the forum days. Who remembers that shit?
Bro, that was like my whole, when I was just learning how to assemble, which got me into building. And that's, so the funny thing is, like, I the highest tier that my mind could go was that gun that I built, the Colt LWRC BCM shit, like all mixed together, right? Like, I would see like battle arms development and be like, whoa, that's like ill shit, like that's like Gucci. But then, like, you know, when I started fucking with y'all and doing some more shit, I'd be like, man, all this talk about like Knights and Geisley, like, I don't know, like, and I'm like, that shit does look cool though. Like, let me just look into it a little bit. And then you start reading about why this shit is more expensive. And y'all, I will say, y'all got me definitely like researching more about higher quality firearms, which is literally why right now
we preach the quality over quantity. Like, a lot of the people that will have that mindset that you had before, like, that there's no way I'm going that Gucci. You say that, but then you'd have 20 fucking dumbass guns in your shit. You know, like, not dumb. Let me be nice. You'd have 20 fucking guns in your safe. When if you didn't buy 5 of those, you could have had the Knights or the Geisley or whatever, right?
The end is near. Hold, please. He said, if the world goes down, you won't have your best rifle then on ready. I never said that's the only one I have.
Yeah,
Let's also like so I get what you're saying, and you're 100% correct. You're
if
100%
like your
correct.
Knights was your only like go to or something.
It's not my wait. I'm saying my Knights might not be my only Knights.
I like.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like,
and then yeah, and
I'm
then
saying
my
if
other
he,
setups, I'm not gonna call them just as good, but I may not have 70K that I could run through it.
yeah,
But I can promise you 30. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? I can promise you 30. Like,
yeah, that's
know,
what I was
another
saying. When like, sorry,
another
just real quick,
aspect.
just to get my thought, my bad. What I was saying was like, if that was your only like high tier, right? Because most rifles, like we were talking earlier on y'all's show tonight about like PSA guns, and everyone's like, well, my PSA runs fine. Like,
I love PSA.
yeah, you got 500 rounds through it, 5,000 rounds through it. That's dope. But the reality is that those guns are great. It allows people to be armed, and at the same time, without a shadow of a doubt, with 100% certainty, if you put certain firearms up next to a PSA, or like Bear Creek Arsenal is, in my opinion, below PSA, you're going to have
Absolutely.
longevity issues. You're going to have pieces, you're going to have parts break. You're going to have parts wear out and need to be replaced. The same thing is if you take a Smith & Wesson M&P and a SIG and a Glock and you run, you know, 20,000 rounds through it. The reality is that parts on the M&P are going to break. Parts on the SIG are possibly going to break, and then the Glock will not break. That's my kind of outlook on it.
absolutely.
And never only have one.
I found
anything.
another aspect when it comes to like the Gucci shit. Like, I don't want to say Gucci. Let's call it like higher tier duty shit, right?
Yeah.
Quality.
Mhm.
The people you associate with, like, let's say in the beginning, two people in our group had Knights, right? Now at this point in time, like 5 or 6 of us have them, right?
Mhm.
Like you see that it is obtainable, and then you start to understand why it costs as much as it does, right? Like, because
Yeah.
before, I'll be honest, I'd be like, "There's no fucking way I'm paying for that roll mark. Like, there's no way. What could this
Yeah.
possibly do better?" But then you find out it's a proprietary gas system, right? It's a proprietary bolt. They literally, you don't have to clean it for 20,000 rounds. They
Yeah.
literally say that. Shit like that. And you're like, well damn.
Well, it's also
You
designed
try
for
this out. Then you shoot it and you're like, damn.
Yeah. It is literally designed for carbon, dirt, sand, lint to not affect the function. It's different, right? Well, you can, and what if it breaks when your life is on the line? You know what I mean?
That's the ticket. That's the
And again, I'm not saying, bro, you're talking to somebody that literally has a $250 dagger, and I also have a $2,500 Glock, a couple of them. And so, okay, so the same thing with the Glocks. I got like over 30 Glocks, probably like 35-ish Glocks. I understand the concept of like there's no need to have Glocks, but I build Glocks for fun. That's like my meditation and Zen, and that's my, and all of them bitches run. All of them bitches work, but the ones that have more economical or value parts are not going to run the same as the much higher tier. And it's in the design, it's in the steel, right? Well, this one is 416R stainless steel, this one is 4140 chromoly steel, this one is built with a slide that actually has the proper recoil bosses for the optics, so that shit doesn't shear off and blow your eyeball out and stuff. And a lot of those other slides, and I'm talking slides that are like $200-300, don't even have appropriate RMR cuts. It's crazy. So I'm not saying Gucci only, all right? I'm not saying high tier only. I'm just saying that, like you said, you begin to get an appreciation for the higher tier stuff. And right now, I could just drop, 2 stacks, 2,500 on just buying an overpriced Geisley. But the reality is that
I don't think it's overpriced.
I don't know.
Well,
I just don't.
I want to.
The one I found for $2,500, I think was
when
overpriced.
you say high tier, let's address this first of all. Not all just because shit costs a lot doesn't make it fucking high tier.
Yo, bro, yeah,
Right?
I don't like the whole high tier thing.
Like, there's a lot of shit out there that's not worth the fucking price.
Hey, I said higher tier.
High tier with a lot of money and budget. Budget is subjective, and it's one of those. Once again, what makes yours different from mine? Mine is just as good, and there's a lot of thoughts that go through people's head like that. And I'm not like, we're not trying to like shit on nobody.
No, not at all.
Not at all. You know,
Yeah.
but the reality of it is, it's not the fucking same. And the reason you don't know
really
that,
not. If any of these companies,
is because if you do, you do, and if you don't, is because you haven't fucked with them. Once you fuck with them,
I'll say this right now: if any of these companies really had the best shit, they would be submitting them to these military contracts. Don't get it fucking twisted. That is the most payout that any of these companies are going to get, is winning these fucking contracts with the government.
They make way more money than selling it to us.
Way more money. It's so much money that they don't even have to care about civilians. Let's put it that way.
Hashtag HK.
You know what I'm saying? HK, Knights, Geisley, LMC, shit like that has a pedigree with government contracts. Because when they do these government contracts, Joe, help me out. They have a certain standard they have to meet, like so however many rounds before failure, or fucking they have to keep a sub MOA after 10,000 rounds suppressed or whatever the fuck, right?
I'm not saying Knights doesn't break. You're obviously literally not getting this.
Everything breaks. Everything breaks. This is
everything breaks. It's
all mechanical.
It's the.
Well, I think he was responding.
Probability. It's the probability of breaking. That's where things become very, very different.
Integrity, what up? Noveski is up there too.
Noveski's got contracts, guys.
Yeah.
So they will take like 10 of these rifles, right?
Self-defense lawyer.
And they will beat the fuck out of them to whatever standards.
Yeah, and never say shit. Absolutely. That's 100% true. And not just not saying shit, but you have to invoke your Fifth Amendment right. You cannot just be silent, right? You have to tell them.
Are we talking about the Mini 14?
No. He was mentioning like if you get in a situation, you don't say shit and have a good attorney. Right?
Mil spec is not cheap as bitter, guys.
Hey, so hold on. So let's back up a little bit. Using the term mil spec, this is going to send us on a different path.
Yeah,
okay?
We'll go down that rabbit hole too. We could absolutely go down that rabbit hole.
We've had this discussion many.
Because this is
you're live. You know.
No, go ahead. Hey, look, we're here together, man.
I'm just saying, your mil spec shit that you bought from the store, chances it ain't mil spec.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And mil spec is a very, very casually used term in the industry that isn't really a true specification.
And yo, bro, and this is where people will get upset, because I'm sure there's people way older than me in this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not just the chat, like in the community, they get fucking upset, bro. I'm a young dude. Absolutely, whatever.
Yeah.
The reality of your 30 years playing with guns, that's cool, bro. Did you take the time to really learn this shit? Yeah. To really, 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 really learn this shit? Really, really learn this shit? Because there's a lot. It goes a lot deeper than you think. Just because you built your AR, just because you built your AK, just because you took apart a bunch of stuff, you solved a few issues in your garage, doesn't make you a gunsmith. Nor am I a gunsmith. But I also understand this, and we just said this on a live. I'm not a fucking gunsmith, but there's levels to this shit. There's absolute levels to this shit. And that's why Joe Vaz trying to hop on, because Joe Vaz trying to torch the earth right now, and not in a bad way. Literally.
No, what I was trying to say was
Joe Vaz, we don't drop the link here, bro. Sorry.
Joe Vaz trying to torch it right now.
Well,
that dude has so much knowledge. It's not even like a joke.
And it's coming from someone with a foot in the business who does what we're talking about.
So you can send in the link. Just don't publish it. So here's the deal. So when people say mil spec, what you guys need to keep in mind is that mil spec sounds like what they are saying is that this part or parts or gun or whatever has achieved the level of being acceptable for military specifications. What it actually, that's what it sounds like. What it actually means is it falls within a range of what is the bare
Acceptable, right?
minimum of entry for acceptable. So it doesn't mean, so back in the like the early GWAT days, mil spec, when people saw that and heard that, they were like, oh shit, this is mil spec. I can be on the same level as a civilian as military. Shit, like that's dope. It's
But
everything's got to be mil spec. And
you
then we
also got to
actually learned what it
understand
meant.
too, in the military, the fucking chef is not getting the same gat that the fucking door kicking Navy SEAL is, right?
Yeah,
You guys understand that, right?
Yeah,
I have
absolutely.
dribble.
There's different standards in the weapons
Exactly correct.
systems.
Standard deviation plus or minus 5,000ths, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever that is. So a lot of these companies will be like, oh, yeah, standard mil spec. Just because your shit threaded, your buffer tube threaded into that lower doesn't mean nothing.
Hey,
Everybody has
thanks for
mil
having
spec.
me on,
Yeah.
DLD. I didn't mean to disrespect your channel by requesting
You know,
the link.
No
right.
disrespect.
Hey, so two things, right? Fish and Dust is absolutely right. So you have a mil specification and a military standard or a NATO standard, right? You know, a NATO standard agreement, NATO mags, all other stuff. So people get this shit confused when they say, "Hey, my rifle is mil spec." I name an AR-15, name a rifle.
Let's say the Smith M&P 15 Sport.
Smith MP15, they'll say that it's mil spec. So two things. Right off the back, it's not mil specs. It doesn't have a third hole, right, for automatic fire. We'll throw that one.
Doesn't have a full auto bolt carrier group.
Well, it may. We'll throw that
No,
one.
they don't.
They don't? All right. Well,
No, I thought they did. I thought they had a.
Yeah.
All right. So check this out. So like now, most of your BCGs are full auto capable, but the military specifications talks about your hard anodization, your thread pitch, your threads, and all that other stuff, right? It talks about how it's anodized, the type of materials, and all that other good shit, right? It talks about your thread pitches, right? So there's a gauge, right? When we take apart a weapon, there's a gauge when we accept it. That rifle has to have so many threads, like your 28 by a half-inch TPI, right? That's that. It has to have that. Now, mil spec has a range, let's say plus or minus, right? Let's say you got a 0, you got a -2, and a +2, and that's all within those specs. And this is when we're talking about stacking tolerances, right? Now, if the specification, it can only be 2 points off. If I take a mil spec lower, that's on a -2, and I match it to an upper that's mil spec, that's a +2, it's not going to pass the total. It's not going to pass the test for the assembly, right? So now what people fuck up is you have a military specification, a military standard. And if you want, I can get the differences and what the requirements are for the military's M4s and Mark 18s and Mark 12s, right? So our specifications, actually our standards, our military standards for the Mark 18, right? It's a 3 MOA gun, right? And the standard also is that after 6,000 rounds, the group's not going to open up no more than 6 MOA with this weapon, right? Now, also the standard is it must fire X amount of rounds before you have a failure to fire due to a part, right?
Not just X amount of rounds, 193 or high or more.
Well,
better.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The ammo is also in consideration.
Yeah, so in that testing, you have to fire Lake City ammunition, new production, M193, right? And this is acceptable accuracy for that ammo out of that, right? 10 groupings of 5 shots, right?
Damn, now my 10.3 is doing all right then.
Now I can send you the specs. I'll send you the specs on Instagram, right? So then also that, like your mean time between failure rates, right? Now your pin size, like your tolerance for your hammer pin and your trigger pin, that has to be within the specification. We have gauges for all that shit. So I can literally, not to shit on anyone, I can literally take any AR-15 that someone has and they say that it's mil spec, and it's not. You know, I can go and get the gauges and everything else, right? A lot of your less expensive ARs, they cut corners when it comes to barrel concentricity. Some of them read that they're like a 1 in 7 twist. They're not truly a 1 in 7 twist. right? They don't air gauge the barrels. You have a barrel straightness gauge that you have to do. So all that shit's fucking thrown out the window, man. And at the end of the day, what's an acceptable military standard is a 3 MOA gun, right? That's it. And so we get wrapped up. Now, some of these companies do a better job at, like, you ever take a BCG out and the staking's fucked up, like the BCG gas tubes, not the God damn it, the gas receiver's not staked. They're not using Carpenter 158 still.
Or they stake them incorrectly, or
improper staking. They might be loose. Your flash hider might not be properly torqued. Torque values, torque specifications, right?
Yeah.
So that's all part of that mill spec and that mill standard.
30 to 70 foot-pounds recommended.
Hey Joe.
Sir.
Can you explain to them the difference between like the standard issue M4 to the regular people?
Yeah.
Well,
so
like, really quick before you start, I do want to say, so yes, so Ineptocracy is correct. What he was referring to when he was mentioning a full auto bolt isn't a rating of if the bolt can handle full auto. What it is on the back of the carrier.
It's cut out.
Yeah, it is cut to trip an auto sear. Now, most bolt carrier groups and bolts, like most of them are, just because they're they're binary triggers, there's all, and it's just kind of standard. During the 94 to 04 ban, it was way more common for Colt and some of the other larger manufacturers, just to avoid potential litigation, to cut the back of the bolt off, because it can still function in a semi-auto rifle and it's less likely to be converted to full auto.
Even the HKs,
it's hard to convert. It's hard to convert.
And
so
also,
if you look
at the upper, really quickly, last thing, if you look at almost any upper, any AR-15 upper, and open that bad boy, on the very top, you see a relief cut for a sear. Like, it is literally for a sear. So most AR-15 parts that we're using are M16 compatible. So my bad. And you don't got to apologize to me.
No, it's your show. I don't want to take over, but this is something that I deal with.
No, you're good.
Just like
I just don't want to, just because of the shit posters out there and
we're here to drop knowledge.
And unfortunately, I can't see the chat. I'm on my phone. So again, think about from a manufacturing standpoint, it's just easier for me to make everything as a fully auto gun and then just remove certain parts, i.e. the third hole. What Colt did, right, when this ban came about, actually in '86, Colt stopped making deep shelf lowers, because with a deep shelf lower, you can drill that third hole, put a drop of auto sear in it. They also made their lowers narrower in the trigger pocket. Right, so that's one of those things right there. Now you start talking about the military specifications, the military standard for the ammunition, for the type of material, right? The metal, the aluminum is what does help me out. T65, whatever it is, aluminum.
7075.
7075 can be used, right? But now that
6061.
That specification that standard calls for that specification, I get confused because everyone uses them interchangeably. That standard or that specification also calls for a type 3 or type 2 hard anodization, right? So if you got your gun, even a gun from Geisley, if it's Cerakoted, it's not mil spec, because the military specification.
That's why those are anodized.
Yeah. The military specification calls for black anodization. Right?
And most of them are T6 now, like the higher,
Yes.
And what I was trying to touch on before, so now that we understand the spec and the standard shit, so you have the guns that go to every Joe Blow, and then you have special warfare shit.
Yeah.
So this is where it gets ticked up another fucking notch, guys.
So
when it comes to standards,
naval surface warfare Crane out of Crane, Indiana. Those are the guys that did the SOCOM 16, right? They took the old M14s out of inventory, chopped the barrels down to 14 inches, and was swacking motherfuckers in Afghanistan, right? Yeah. Those are the guys that came up with the Mark 12. They took the original Colt lowers, they put a different barrel on, they accurized the hell out of them, and they gave them a different ammo, Mark 262, right? 77 grain OTM, right? Extend that range, extend that lethality if you don't have a dedicated sniper. They went back to the 60s and the 70s took the old Colt Commandos and said, hey, let's make this a 10.3, get better ammunition. Now we got more maneuverability, more lethality. We're going to put a 1-in-7 twist on it. Those are true 1-in-7 twists. A lot of the guns we buy, the twist rates aren't really true. They'll just throw shit up there because most people don't know how to measure twist rate. A lot of your barrels are the gas ports. They're over gas, right? The gas ports are larger than what they're supposed to be because they figure that after you run a whole bunch of rounds through them, the gas ports are going to shrink up and they're going to seize, right? That's why a lot of these new barrels earlier on, you have problems with over gassing, right? And if you got to shoot suppressed, you know what an over gas gun feels like.
Oh yeah.
Now you start talking about your recoil spring, right? Your buffer assembly. So the recoil spring, there's a specification for the recoil spring. Once they're supposed to have like 37 coils, between like 30 and 37 coils. It's supposed to only compress so much under so much weight, then return is good for so many cycles, right? Cranes started using flat wire and 3-wire, triple wire recoil springs because that's what we use in the FN 249.
And then you can tell even the cheaper ones. I'm sorry, the cheaper ARs that you guys think are so-called fucking good. When I shoot them, I feel your buffer weight hitting my shoulder.
Yeah, you hear that twang.
So
that's because of carrier tilt. All right, if you ever look back into your buffer tube and you see that just like rubbing off, that's carrier tilt. So something in there is not jiving. It's working, but it's not really not really working optimally.
And there's also just another quick thing, like there are ways to get like an inexpensive shell of an AR. Like let's say you get an inexpensive upper and lower, but you use higher quality parts on the barrel, BCG, and whatever the guts, right?
Yes.
You could easily replace the buffer with a, like for like, what was it, $65? I bought the braided Geisley spring and the Geisley H2 buffer. It's nothing. Real quick, John Crump Live, thank you for the super chat. 999 super chat. He said, Gretchen Carlson said, in 1992, only 21 in 100 firearms produced were AR-15s. In 2020, 1 in 5 guns produced are AR-15s. Also, only some ranchers and farmers had AR-15s. That sounds like literally she made that shit up on the spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And secondly, he sends a member super chat. Thank you. Member for 24 months. Damn, 2 years, bro. Dark as a Fed. Thank you, Crump, especially coming from someone who literally is a federal employee. I appreciate that.
Nice. And then also, like when it goes back to the handguards, right? So your
be able to hold zero with a laser.
Your military spec and everything else on your handguards, and even everything as far as like your charging handle, right? Get back to the guts of your gun, your BCG, right? Is it properly staked? Is it the proper materials? Does it have the proper tension on it? Because there's a test that we do where you hold it up and it's not supposed to compress on its own, right? So that means that's your spring. NSW crane, we went to 2 rubber O-seals on the ejector, right? So if you're not rocking those, it's not the current mil spec. What else? Your ejector, what material is your ejector made out of, right? All that stuff plays into it. Firing pin protrusion, right? Do you have a proper firing pin in there? Then also your feet ramps, right? You got M4 feet ramps, and you got just regular AR M16 rifle feet ramps.
So all in all, would you say there's a higher standard within the military mil-spec conundrum of military firearms?
Yes, because remember that military rifle, once it's accepted, right? So FN makes a rifle. They'll do a batch testing on a rifle. They'll grab 10 random rifles and they'll go and they'll shoot them, right? They'll do a mechanical accuracy test, and then they'll have soldiers shoot them, right? The mechanical accuracy test, it must hold and maintain 3 MOA up until like 6,000 rounds or whatever. I can go pull it up if you want me to. It has to maintain 3 MOA at that certain point, and then the accuracy can go down. Now
Well,
you also
there's
have
one other thing really quickly on that, just before I forget. And BB Luminous, thank you. He said Crump isn't not a Fed. And Z, welcome back. Became a YouTube member. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. And John Crump again. Oh, 21 in 100 is 1 in 4.7. Basically the same thing. That makes sense. Thank you, Crump. But really quickly, so let's say, based off this kind of same perspective of what you're talking about, if there's a gauge of what is what's mil spec and what falls within this range, like early, if you guys go back earlier, one of the things I first said is that mil spec is an acceptable range of tolerance, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
yes, it
tolerance
is.
measurements, whatever it is, right? So let's say that they have that lower that's -2, right, and that upper that's +2 or +2, whatever, and they're not compatible. When you get these government contract overruns or rejected parts that go into the civilian market, it's a mil-spec part, right? It just wasn't approved for mil-spec standard, so they're putting parts in the civilian circulation marked as mil-spec parts, and then people are like, "Oh shit, that's dope, it's mil-spec." But it was a government reject or a government contract overrun or something like that, right? So just something else to consider.
Exactly.
No, and what I was trying to get at earlier is I promise you, your favorite gun manufacturer would love to have a government contract.
Yeah.
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 Trust
So,
me.
yeah. So right now for the government, like, we used to do, we would do a POM, right? We do a project objective memorandum says, hey, for this 2000 FY 224. So for FY 24, I need 1 million rounds. FY 25, 1.5, 2.5, everything else, and that gets adjusted. It's a 5-year plan. So that POM, so with a government contract, you know you're going to eat as long as you meet those minimum specs. You're going to fucking eat for 5 years. And once you got that shit in, you got it locked, right? Because now we get these fanboys. Well, SEAL Team 6 is using it. You know, Instacom is using it. Delta's using it. 82nd's using it. And that drives the secondary market for the civilians. How
Yeah.
many people heard of, and be honest, how many people heard of Geisley before they did the Ergies? Only thing Geisley was known for was their triggers.
That's all I knew him for prior
And
to
then
that.
they got the Mark 18 contract, right, to do the
Yeah.
Ergies. That was a SOCOM sponsored contract, and the original Ergies were actually 4 companies. FN did the barrel, Geisley did the rail, Surefire.
Daniel Defense.
I'm sorry. Well, no, the Ergies, not
Yeah,
the
it was a Daniel Defense barrel. That's why they're overgassed.
yeah. But there was some FN barrels because
Some were
remember
FN.
the original Ergies.
Oh, you're right. I think there was
originals-
3 acceptable barrels, right?
Yeah, yeah.
A Colt 2, right?
So the original Ergies, you just swapped out the handguards and whatever barrel you had, because remember there was 14 5s, right?
Yeah.
So swapped out the handguards. They gave you a kit, your unit armor, swapped out the handguards, removed the A2 bird cage on it, put the Surefire muzzle brake on it, family of muzzle brakes and devices on it and everything else. Then they did the kit. Now Geisley is producing their own clones, right? Because everything on that Ergie package was made by Geisley, right? Because remember, it was 4. Daniel Defense did the Riz 2 rails,
Yep.
Yeah.
right?
Mark 18s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Riz 2 and the Mark 18.
By the way, can you confirm this, Jova? We mentioned this before, but we've never actually gotten confirmation. The original Mark 18 was, so when people think about it, they think about a 10.3 inch, SBR machine gun, whatever. Originally, they were first introduced as an upper only.
Yes.
To take the 14.5s and 16 inches, and some dudes were still rocking 20-inch A2s.
Yes.
And
Yes.
at that point.
During the early years of GY, there was a lot of your support personnel, your second tier units. 82nd Airborne Division was rocking 16-inch M16s, right? Then they went to the SOP mod. When SOP mod came out in the 90s, that's when they went back to a 14.5 inch M16, right?
So when that 10.3 came out, it was actually only
with the broomstick on that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Knight's broomstick.
Those things, right? When we start saying this and everything else, there's a lot of people that might have been in the military and seen this and saying that. but the actual program of record for SOCOM specifies all the SOP mod kits that went down. They took it to NSW Crane. They did all the testing. They did a rapid fielding initiative and got them to the troops. And they said, hey, you know what? This 10.3 is great, but we're losing stuff. You know, now we need to get better ammo. The original Mark 262 ammo did candelora on it, right? There's a 77 grain OTM, right? Didn't have a candelora, so because that lower velocity at distance, it wasn't fragmenting, right? So then they changed the powder, they added candeloras to it, and then that reduced the fragmentation velocity. So some of these people that say that, oh yeah, I know a guy, he was over there and you had to shoot someone 18 times with a 5.56. That could be true, but
That heroin kept that motherfucker going.
Yeah.
More likely than not, it's exaggeration because really when guys go to engage people, they never shoot them once. They shoot them to their dead.
Yeah.
So take off
Also,
the
shot placement is literally everything, right?
No, they were hitting them bad guys with the Mark 18s with the 193, and they were going right through these motherfuckers.
Yeah. So
they were fucking running around and shit like
for XM 193. Yeah, I believe that you're basically bleeding out 30 minutes later.
Yeah, and again, that goes back to fragmentation velocity and everything else, because at certain velocities, the likelihood or probability of your bullet fragmenting is reduced. It just doesn't have enough oomph. That's why I put the Mark 262 mod
262.
3. Yeah, 262 mod 3s have candeloras on them, right? And then they went to the new hotness Mark 262 with the tip matching, right? And that's going to do a lot of damage.
It don't matter the velocity, bro. You hit them.
Yeah, yeah. So
is that still? I forgot what the term is, but at a certain point, I think it's like what 2,700 or 2,900 feet per second. There is a larger what's it called when it basically nukes the soft tissue around it? I'm forgetting the
cavity.
Temporary cavitation.
No, not the temporary cavitation. It's called something specific. Some very smart person in chat is going to tell me what it is.
What, the yaw?
No, it's
that was it. The temporary cavity.
It causes the temporary hydrostatic shock. That's what it is. Yeah. So it literally once it achieves a certain velocity, watch like 10 people are going to say hydrostatic shock like all in a row because it's delayed. But I think it's like 27 or 2,900 feet per second, and that's one of the downfalls of the 10.3. So you're saying the 2.62s,
2.62 and a 10.3, you were fucking gold.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Yes, that's why we preach the ammo thing so hard. Like, people are like, no, I need to be able to run 55 grain fucking steel. No, the fuck you don't.
Dude, so
they went back to Crane and they said, hey, we're having issues with this. So Crane got with Black Hills. They said, hey, we needed to do this. We need a bullet that's going to have reliable fragmentation, cavitation, temporary wound channel, and hydrostatic shock at this velocity up to this distance. Crane said, all right, do this, do that. They changed the powders, and boom, temperature stabilized powders, all that other shit and everything else. Now you got the Mark 262.
You know how many thousands of rounds I'm sitting on of XM 193 in green tip?
That's still good, bro. In your 14, your 14.5.
So my go-to is a 10.3.
Keep that.
Oh, I'm gonna keep it because you know what? If I throw that shit in a 20-inch, I'm punching through level 3 steel plates with that bitch.
So even out of a 10.3, your 55 grain is still golden, and that's all distant dependent. Remember that 10.3, that Mark 18 wasn't designed to take long shots. You can do it, but that's a CQB, a direct action gun, and that's what a lot of people fail to realize. I'm trying to take a Porsche and fucking tow a goddamn 30-foot fucking boat. It ain't gonna happen too reliably. You're gonna burn your engine out. One of the things about the SS-109 and M855 62 grain light armor piercing round, that thing was designed to shoot out of the saw back in the 60s/70s, right? It is also designed around a 16-inch or 20-inch barrel. So again, that velocity, that fragmentation velocity, plays a key role in it. And that's what we sometimes don't grasp the science behind it. The turkeys do a good job about explaining if you look at your gun as a system, you got to have the right ammunition in it,
Yeah.
right? To get the desired effects. Now, 55 grain still gonna fucking slay you. And one of the issues we have here in America, if you notice, a lot of your 5.5, your quote unquote 5.56 ammo is very anemic. It's not really reaching the pressures that's designed for.
Yeah.
So, and that's those things we're fighting,
Part
man.
of me thinks that it's kind of some of the bullshit for like, okay, like if you go pick up some 77 grain tap Hornady rounds, what's the price difference between a 50 round box of those and if you go get some 52 grain green tip? You're way overpaying for self defense or hunting type, ammo, boat tail, hollow point, or whatever. And a lot of people, bro, it is important because a lot of people literally have no idea what their like barrel twist means, and then what ammunition is more favorable, or what they should use. It's something that a lot of people don't
You
really
know
take
where it
into
becomes less
consideration
important? I just want to throw this in.
when you
300 blackout.
Yeah.
that's
So
true.
I'll touch on 300.
But real quick, Joe, like but what 300 blackout are you going to pull off of a cadaver that's mill law enforcement, or you're going to be pulling 5.56 mags off of those fools,
Probably.
So also what Dust had said earlier, um, your gas length size, right? Um, uh, Pistol, carbine, mid, rifle, intermediate. That also has a lot to play with how your weapon's going to perform. Because if you got a short barrel and you got a shorter gas system, you're beating the fuck out of that thing.
Yeah.
You got 10.3 with a carbine length gas system, you're beating the fuck out of it. You got
Yeah.
13.7, 13.9, you're beating the fuck out of it. That's why they kind of went to mid lengths on the, like some 11s and up are mid length. That's like the ideal. Now your gas port size, right? Crane said, hey, 0.075 gas port for these weapons. That's the optimum. You can shoot it suppressed, everything else. Again, military, a lot of their stuff, like Fish said, for the special ops guys, is designed around shooting suppressed. So, if you got one of those builds and you're not shooting suppressed, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice because now you got to start tweaking stuff on the back end with your
Especially, yeah, with the buffer and
with
all
your
that.
buffer, your spring, and all that other stuff.
Especially when you're looking at like, so mine, a 10.3-inch direct gas gun, right? It's overgassed, and I'm running a can on it, and that you add all these factors in, and you are beating the dog shit out of your gun, a gun that's already overgassed, and you add a can, and when you're ejecting, it's ejecting at like 12:30. You're like, holy shit! So you got to make adjustments, and usually that's in like your, buffer and your spring.
Yeah. So now what Fish was saying about Knights did something great. They made the sand cutter carrier, and then their bolts have rounded lugs, which helps reduce that pressure, right?
Yeah.
So there's an argument for the quote unquote high end, more expensive stuff because they did the research and development on it to get that shit to run like a fucking scalded dog.
So are you saying that the PSA is not good?
I'm not saying that. I have films about PSA because I had an upper from them that blew up on me. It had a bad
Oh, it
beat.
blew up?
Yeah, it
I
had
was totally joking. I did not know that.
oh no. It's nothing wrong because every company is going to put out bad shit, right? And this
Yeah.
was when there was some metal injected molded BCGs and bolts that got into the system. We've had some with HK416s. I've cut up brand new HK416s because the BCG failed, and
Mm.
the IAR 27 is a Marine Corps program of record. So as an Army guy, I couldn't go into the system and order that BCG. I had to get fucking permission to get that gun up and running because our standard was if a gun's deadline for 6 months, destroy it.
Damn.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
anything
So
that I'm just playing. Let me stop.
no, you
JK.
you 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 would be surprised, like Glocks, right? Say what you want about Glocks. I hate Glocks, but if I had to walk out the door and something happened, I would go and buy a Glock right now. Simply
Oh
because
yeah, and
the reliability of the Glock, the parts availability of the Glock. If you take your mid-size Glocks, 37 parts throughout the whole lineup, the majority of those parts are interchangeable except for a few. right?
You
I
better
wanted to hate
buy one
Glocks
before something bad happens and you got to go outside.
when everyone in the military had Berettas, and then I seen the first special operators, and they all had Glocks. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
was like, maybe I need to buy a Glock.
I will say though that the M9A3 is light years beyond the original
Oh yeah, for sure.
M92FS and
sure.
M9A1. The M9A1 is still fire too. Kurt 24
like
asks DLD.
We need to talk about like midget wrestling or something. We
throwing.
We went way too
midgets
fucking nerdy.
hey man, I'm sorry about that, but that's just
No, you're good, bro.
No, you're good. We
about
appreciate.
it and everything else.
Yeah,
And
appreciate the insight, man.
it's just one of those things, man. Hey, I'm gonna jump off and let you guys.
For all y'all who don't know, I don't want to put his business out there, but just what he's saying, he knows what he's talking about. We'll just say that. All
Take
right?
his word for it. Yeah.
Yes.
And if you want to learn more, come over to the Tactical Turkeys channel and watch their show every Thursday.
I'm not gonna lie, your chat probably fucking hates us right now. They're like,
You're probably like, what the fuck?
Well,
I wanted to talk about chem lights and buttholes.
Well, so yes. But think about this though. So let's say, look, most of my life, I grew up poor, right? I mean, like, I grew up poor. Like, our family, I'm the youngest of a lot of kids, all right? And let me see, just so I don't forget here. There's one question for you before you go, Jova. We were literally cutting hot dogs in half and watering down soup and but all the shit that you do when you're broke, right? Most of my young adult life, I was broke. If I work my ass off to save $20 a week to be able to afford a $149 lower and a $249 upper, and then finally snap together the pins on my PSA, and I'm running it and it works. When I hear somebody that's like, nah, yo, this $2,000 Geisley is what you need, it in my mind it's not going to register because my PSA works. I was just at the range. I was just shooting the shit. We're not saying that they're bad. I love PSA. I love what PSA does. I love a lot of these other companies out here like the Smith & Wesson M&P 15 Sport. Excellent rifle, excellent barrel on a good rifle for the money. What we're saying is that everything is built to different standards, and that at some point, well, I'm not going to speak for all y'all, but what I'm saying is that at different points, some parts will fail, some parts will break, some will need to be replaced, and at some point, some guns will stop working. So will PSA guns run to 70,000 rounds without being cleaned? Maybe. Yeah, I haven't seen that. But also, for the same reason that I'm not saying Sons of Liberty Gun Works is up to the par BCM, because I just haven't personally seen it or done it myself. Are they good? I'm probably right. They got to be for people to, but there's just a different standard for different types of guns. They all fall in different categories, like cars and shit like that.
Yeah, don't take it personal. I'm the type where like any hobby I do, I'm not gonna just like I'm going all the fucking way, right? Like if I start a DJ and I'm gonna figure out what the best DJ equipment is, and that's how I approach the firearms ownership. I didn't know everything at the beginning. The more I learned, though, I'm not gonna disregard that information.
Jova's trying to get you.
No, he's good. I'll let him finish.
Go ahead, Joe.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, in my experience with PSA, I will say this, right? I went back. I had the barrel checked out. The barrel air gauged out fine. The upper was toast. The lower receiver, the magwell blew out, but it still can accept mags and everything else. I still got the gun. I still shoot it, right? I'm not saying it's bad. I just had a bad experience with them because they're cut service. They was like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with the gun. Your ammo was fucked up. And I showed that shit to the guy, and they just started laughing and shit. And I've brought additional stuff from PSA. You're subject to get a lemon and everything. I had a Mercedes.
Yeah.
Shit.
100%.
Dude, I bought a over $2,000 Arsenal. Is Arsenal a good AK manufacturer?
That's the top AK as far as I know.
At the time, that was it. Like a lot of the Krebs was just starting to for real. Well, there are other companies, right? But for the most part, Arsenal is well known for making very high quality AKs. I bought an over $2,000 gun right after Sandy Hook. It was the Arsenal SLR 106 UR, and I SBR'd it. The moment that I chopped that 16-inch barrel to an 8.3-inch barrel, that shit did not want to fucking work. So I had a hell of a time working on it. I had to get somebody that really knew what they were doing. First, I got somebody to work on it that didn't know what the fuck they were doing, that told me they knew what they were doing. They did not. And so there's an issue there. Uncle Fester in his garage. And then I actually got somebody that knew what they were doing to work on it, drill the gas port. They also made me fucking engrave the bitch because it's Form 1. But everything, the highest tier shit, is still subject to potentially putting out some lemons or having issues. Kurt24 is asking, DLD After Dark, curious, what is Jova's favorite
All right,
gun?
I'll do that. I want to speak about Arsenal. So,
Yeah, go ahead.
the U.S. military, SOCOM, we run a program for. We have stability forces, right? ISAF. I suck at fighting. That's what we call them. They used to be called. They used to be called Iraqi security and
Oh,
stabilization forces, right? So
yeah.
we teach a foreign weapons program. And funny you mentioned Arsenal because guess what? AK-47s we brought a of and we train them on our Arsenal AKM-47s. They are good.
What?
The problem you run into is when you start chopping stuff down, you change the mechanics of it and how it was originally operated, right? We did a conversion on Mossberg 500s to make them into breacher guns, breacher shotguns, right? Chop them down, everything else, all that. They ran for shit because they just wasn't designed. The tolerances wasn't designed to have a barrel that length and shit, right? They would run a little bit, then they would run for shit. Real finicky.
What size were you cutting them down to?
I can't say, but we was using for breacher operations. So
okay, all right.
Kind of imagine that one. So
if you tell me you'd have to kill me and all 53 people here.
No,
I'm just
no, I can't. I mean,
no, you're good. I was just curious because I got a little 6.5-inch Remington 870.
There was a little bit longer than that.
Okay.
So
as usual for you.
Yeah, right. Mine's a little longer than yours, DLD.
So it was a problem. They were continually getting sent back to us to get worked on, sent up to Crane to fix them. They said, "Fuck it, we're just not going to do this anymore. It's just cheaper to buy dedicated breaching shotguns straight out the back."
Is that where the Remington? Wasn't it a Remington and Knights collaboration on the little baby joint with like a few? It was like a little package. They had a few different barrels lengths in there, barrel sizes in there. Was that Knights? I think it was Knights.
Yeah, Knights did it and everything else. To address that question, my favorite gun, if I could get it, if I could buy one and afford one, it would actually be a Singer 1911A1, and it would be one of the 3 German Lugers in 45 ACP that they submitted to the German army for trials back in the 20s. Like
people may not know what a Singer 1911 is. You may want to put them on because they don't know that when our country was falling apart, what companies jumped in to save the day. Fish is raising his hand. Yes, sir.
I was wondering, like, how many blue chem lights can you fit in the butthole?
It depends whose butthole we're talking about. There's
a normal human.
I think.
Come out and play in your beehole. You have R&D to do. Yeah.
It was like the Master Key, but it was a small system that came in a little Pelican case that had you could attach it underneath an M4. You could also put a pistol grip on it. You could put a stock on it, and it came with 3 barrel lengths. I had to look it up. I tried looking it up. I thought it was Knights, but I may be tripping.
And then also just remember, there's a lot of companies. There's a lot of machine shops and companies that make parts for OEM manufacturers, and they'll mix. Like even with us, like when we go to order replacement parts, like I'm not just going to order a let's say a Geisley BCG. There's a whole list of authorized manufacturers that I can order a BCG from that's from the depot that they have in stock, and they'll just have the cage code on it. So it's one of these things. Daniel Defense got name recognition when they got the contract. Geisley broke through the doors when they did that contract too. There's a lot of other companies out there. Maxim Defense may be well known, may not be well known, but they got some contracts with some organizations, and they do like proprietary shit, right? The Sig Rattler was born out of the SOCOM's low visibility assault weapons program. Two dudes was literally fucking sitting at the bar, be like, "Hey, I bet you can't do this." Motherfucker was like, "Challenge accepted. Get me another fucking bourbon." They had to work.
Yeah.
Now that
That's what's up.
spear. So there's a lot of shit that's going on in the firearm world that we'll see 2-3 years down the road. B&T, right? A lot of people they know it now because of Fish. B&T did a lot of back end support for H&K, right? Barrels, suppressors, everything. Now
Yeah.
B&T got their own shit. B&T now has the PDW contract for the Army for CID. They also picked it up for the Air Force, OSI, because they used to rock MP5s. MP5s was just outdated.
Yeah. Also, from what I hear, some people believe that pistol caliber carbines are, suboptimal for most situations. I do want to add this really quickly too. That for the people that don't know, during World War II, when we were running extremely low on manufacturing resources for metal in general, there were a bunch of companies that stepped in and said, "Okay, government, we'll make your guns for you." One of them was a sewing machine company, Singer. Singer made some of the dopest pedal, like automatic, back then automatic sewing machines were like straight lit. Singer started taking contracts, military contracts, to build 1911 A1 pistols for the government. Also, GE, General Electric, did some too. There were a bunch of companies that think of this, guys. Think of this nowadays, okay? Where right now we're at a point where we literally, for the first time in over,
Yep.
250 years, Rockola, in over or about 250 years, for the first time ever, we stopped as a country exporting small arms and small arms ammunition out of the country. Think now that if Coca-Cola was, contacted and they said, "Hey, Coca-Cola, we need you because we're so short on whatever aluminum. We need you to start making receivers for the military for AR-15s, M16s, M4s." What do you think a woke ass company like that is going to say? I mean, they may say yes to the check, but they're going to say
Yeah,
no to the money,
they're gonna
right?
have 100% they're gonna say yes to the check.
Bro,
What they'll do
Coca-Cola,
is they'll make a sub company far away from their name as possible.
that if they said
If
yes,
they said yes, they would make a sub company far away that you would.
They started out selling
Ooh,
Coke.
damn. International Harvester. Damn, y'all are
I'm
coming
just
out
saying,
with
like, it's just they would. That's what they would do, but they probably
yeah.
would be like, "Nope, our product is selling fine. We don't need your money." But if they did
You
say
know
yes,
the Coke and Coca-Cola means cocaine, right?
I mean,
they would
originally, yes,
they
they
would
did have
have
cocaine.
doing business as under a doing business
Yeah.
as under a
Fuck,
doing
Damn.
business as.
Look at you, Mr. DBA. You know what's up.
Yo, bro,
Dang.
it would fucking go so far down that it would
Yeah.
take you a month to figure out. It's like, yo, Coca-Cola owns this shit.
You
These
would
defense
be
contractors run the world, bro. Look at Ukraine and Israel.
yeah, yeah.
Bro, first
General
and
Motors
foremost,
too,
you guys
yeah.
would be surprised who owns what.
Oh, bro, you'd be surprised who now owns Federal, Spear, CCI. A foreign national just bought
This,
that shit,
A
dog.
What's
Czechoslovakian.
that tech company?
Yeah. Well,
This-
the
Did I say
company
that
was
right? Czechoslovakian.
yeah,
well, technically Czechoslovakia doesn't exist anymore, but the company was called Czechoslovak Company or something like that,
yes,
right? Because it's the Czech Republic
yeah.
now.
Hey, so on that, Vista Outdoors spun off some of their commercial interest for ammunition, and those was the companies that you said. Because remember, Vista Outdoors.
Hold on, DLD. Are you hearing voices?
No, I just got my hearing aids installed at the VA last week. No, dude, I just heard a big
Shit.
thump.
It's
Give me a second. Y'all keep going.
yeah.
Yeah. So with that ammo thing, Vista Outdoors sold off
He's got to poop.
its holdings in their civilian ammunition. Spear, CCI, Remington, all that shit was brought up by a company that's now in the Czech Republic. And that they had worked that deal out like last year, late last year. It's supposed to be effective come 2024. And like that rumor that someone brought Lake City So Winchester Olin runs Lake City for the U.S. government. The U.S. government has 3 small arms ammunition plants. We actually have more that does 155 and your big bullets for your big guns. So the current administration don't want us to have guns or bullets. They don't want us to protect ourselves.
Damn, bro, you gotta take longer than that. That's how you get hemorrhoids.
He said, Dark, you can tell us if you got to poop. No, I heard like a big thump, but then nothing else. So I was like, all right, hold on. That's weird because I'm in a townhouse. So it's possible that I could hear something from a neighbor. But when I got headphones on and I hear an echo of a big thump, I felt the vibration, but heard the echo of the big thump like through my mic. It was like, I was like, oh shit, hold up. It's about to pop off. If y'all see 3 dudes in suits come up and turn the live stream off, something terrible happened.
Hey, dog in the cage, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's the deal with the ammo and everything else. Should you be concerned? Yeah, probably, because it's going to get tighter.
Ineptocracy, bro, you know what's up. Yeah, he definitely, his sister reported, by the way, the main shooter who had 20 years of service without any issues, reported that he said he started hearing voices after he got his hearing aids at the VA. That sounds very MK Ultra-ish to me. I'm just saying.
Nice.
So I started getting a little more ammo. Now I always buy ammo, always, no matter what. Now I may shoot at a different pace than other people, so maybe people don't need to always get ammo, right? I recommend you budget out what you always will spend on ammo, no matter what. You can take what you've purchased over the last year or 2 years or whatever, based on how much you shot. Literally do the math on what you spent, how much you got, and then I use ammo squared, but then I also supplement it with purchases from other companies here and there. If y'all are looking on for a deal for 9mm, I'll let your boy off YouTube, obviously, because I can get a deal on 1,000 rounds of 115 grain brass PMC for $239 for 1,000 right now.
Hey, DLD, thanks for having me on. Hey, kick up dust, fish, man. Good to see you guys as always,
bro.
Hey, guys, keep putting out that great information, man. You guys
appreciate it, man.
Shit.
Thank you for coming on and dropping some knowledge, man. I appreciate you. Gia.
Sorry for
So on that note, what are your feelings on roll pins? I'm just playing.
I still want to know what's up with the blue chem lights.
So do you know where the blue chem light came from?
A butthole.
No, that's where it goes, not where it came from. It's different. It's different. No, actually, please, guys, do not put anything in.
That's how we identify we're fucking on the same team, right?
Yeah, but it's more than that. It's a joke on the whole glowies thing, right? Because people call glowies feds. People call feds glowies. And there was this whole thing, and I basically said that assume every single person on the internet is a fed, right? So basically, we're all feds. We're all glowies. So I would kind of fuck around and when I had if I would get over 50 people in a stream, that was a huge deal, right? Rarely had 50 people in a stream. That was Joe Vacu, a little message. He said, "Thanks for having me on, boys." So I would literally crack a blue chem light, and it was like a spin-off joke on glowies. And then we eventually started having a conversation because the world is falling apart. At the time, it was riots in every city all over the country, if you know what I'm saying. We were
who was the first to PWEC a glow stick?
I don't think anyone actually. Well, that's not true.
I know if shit hits the fan, and I know there's a few of you guys around where we're at. You know what I'm saying? If somebody goes, "Who are you? Show me your beehole," I'm gonna be like, "Listen, I'm a turkey. We don't do that shit. All right."
Yeah, that's your one chance to.
I know your fearless leader.
if they bend over and you just see this blue tractor beam,
just glowing, bro, just glowing.
You're
it's like, show me your beehole and I'll show you mine. Turn around, just
Oh, it's like this glorious blue light coming out of it. No, guys, don't put things in your beeholes, okay? But I wouldn't. There was a dude though that was like, "Yo, it is actually regurgitating this information is kind of nauseating," but he was like, straight up, cigar tube, razor blade, fishing line, fishing hook, matches, like strike anywhere matches. Like he started listing off all this stuff, and we were like, ha, ha, ha. And he was like, "What are y'all laughing at?" I was like, "Oh, you actually put a cigar tube in your beehole, and you keep, aren't they? Is it glass? Is it, or is it a white owl? If it's a white owl joint, then all right, we know it's.
You're sealing the
glass.
top. Does the top?
Yeah.
What if the
Yo,
top?
meth is a hell of a drug.
I don't think he was under the influence of anything other than hatred for the government. But
I'm gonna go ahead and say sorry now to DLD's chat. You know what I'm saying? Didn't really mean.
Sorry, guys.
Well, let's be real. The only guns that matter are Geisley and above, and we can just end it there. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
No. I wouldn't say that. It's
We
just,
like porn too.
people really get upset when you're like, "Yo, that shit'll break," and they're like, "Well, I had mine for." I was like, "Well, how many of them have you had?" You know, like.
That's for you, Joe Vacchio. You know what that is?
No. Why is it neck down? What is that?
38 something.
No. So 40 Smith & Wesson base, neck down to a 9mm. What cartridge is that?
A cartridge I don't use.
357 Sig, baby.
Oh, well.
This is actually a Corbon, not a gold dot, but it is indeed 357.
Yeah, I'm not a. Yeah, I'm very I'm not gonna be minded. I'm like, I got my shit. You know what I like.
Sorry, I told you guys we like to party.
Yeah, we 380 Super. Oh my god. Basically, I mean, essentially. Look, this is a fun gun, but bro, this thing throws a fireball like a dragon is swimming out of your Glock barrel. It is insanity.
What's the FPS on that?
I have rounds that are pushing 2,200 feet per second. Or no, 23, over 2,000 feet per second out of a Glock 26 size barrel. This shit can perforate level 3A armor.
I mean, it's better than 9mm, but
I got some ammo I want to try. Yo, you know what we gotta try? We gotta try that G9 Woodsman on some armor.
Bro, I got hold up. What would you do?
Hey.
So
the external hollows,
and then followed right behind it,
the fucking Woodsman. That round is a zippy fucking round, bro.
You know what the owner of the company did with it?
What animal did he drop?
He put it in his butthole.
No, he dropped. What did he drop?
You got it.
Hold on, wait. Was it a bear? Was it a bear? No.
It starts with a B.
It's a butthole.
No,
a butthole.
A buffalo. There we go. A bison. Yo,
yeah.
A bison with that.
Yeah.
A buffalo, whatever. Like, bro, that's
that's right. Bison is buffalo.
So I tested that through ballistics gel, and it went through like 36 inches of ballistic gel. I stacked them up, and it zipped right through.
I can catch that with my teeth. Please don't, bro.
Oh.
Have you seen what those what are they? EFP, not EFP. That's explosively formed projectile. Have you seen what the external EHPs, the external hollow points, do when they hit like a liquid medium like flesh?
I've tested those. I've tested those external hollow points.
Oh, that's right. You did it on. Did you do it on armor?
A bunch of ammo on gel, and it's pretty crazy. I ain't gonna lie. It's pretty fucking nice.
So basically, like for you guys out there that don't know, think of like if you took a boat propeller and spun it at like
you just fuck it
1,450 feet per second,
and it literally goes out and then just
it just fucking boom. It just, the energy that it explodes with and hits the target is insanity.
And we also put them through I forget what it's called. I can't think of it. To test the speed of the round.
Chronographer.
Yeah.
Chrono.
Yeah. A chrono. Yeah.
Yeah. So interesting thing here.
Those rounds are more spicy than what they say on the box. Just saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Just
Now
saying.
let me ask you this: when did you and I meet at XCal? That was
Last year,
like a year and a half ago.
year
I
and a
gotta
half
go.
ago.
I gotta
Yeah.
go.
All right.
Was it? You
So
out?
we have to go.
All right, brother. Make sure you go
Gotta go.
follow.
My dog's tripping.
Yeah, you're
All
good.
right.
Go follow my boy Big Fish Little Boat. He's on everything. So man, when he mutes the yeah, you hear that when he came back on? It's like the white noise. Now he's gonna be a dick.
Yeah.
We love you, Fish.
Stop putting
So
chem lights in your buttholes.
I could feel it. I
Your
could feel
bee
it.
holes.
So that was like a year and a half ago when we
Yeah.
got that ammo, right? A week ago, it just earned the right to go in my carry gun. I finally have I finally trust it in my Glock 43X, and I finally have done enough testing on other things that I believe it's good to go.
So
But I stagger them because I don't want to only have the
yeah,
EHPs and I don't want to only have the Buffalo Killers.
yeah. You're like card. Next round.
Yep.
Next round.
I'll be like soft target vehicle, soft target vehicle.
Did you get to meet the owner of that company?
Not the owner. I heard he's a pretty base older dude though.
Solid though.
Yeah. Didn't he
Solid.
reach out to you when you did the video? That's what's up.
He did. He did. I
It
got to meet him at the time. Like I was supposed to actually have a meeting with him, but the time I actually like when I got there, bro, that dude is so busy. Like
yeah.
everybody else, but like the type of busy he is, like because of what he has going on and what he has in production,
Yeah.
contract shit.
You
So,
know these are machined on a 5-axis CNC machine. Like that is insane, bro.
bro, did you see their? I don't even know if they're out. Did you see his 5.56 rounds?
Yes, bro.
And his fucking 6.5 Creedmoor's 308. Like, dog, he has some shit that.
They're insane. I have some of their 5.56. I got like 200 rounds of their 5.56.
What?
Oh, did I not tell you that? Yeah, so I got yeah, let's talk offline because
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
think they're
yeah,
out either.
yeah, yeah.
So these, if you're pushing through a barrel that is a Glock 43X or longer, you are perforating level 3A armor with these because of how sharp they are and how much energy they are.
It's like a
The
drill bit, essentially. Like
yeah,
yeah, like it'll have a drill bit effect. It's crazy. It's crazy.
yeah. I was so surprised to see that this went through level 3A armor, but this would not. The little nipple, the Buffalo
I'm,
Killer nipple right there.
I'm probably gonna get new plates soon. I'm gonna get some ceramic plates. Upgrade
Nice.
because those metal plates suck. They're heavy.
Bro, I got you. If you need ceramic plates, I got you for the low.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
And
All
then
right, let's
once I get the ceramic plates, those metal plates will go make a whole video on them shits.
oh bro, I am down. We can okay, do you have access to a 20-inch 5.56?
Probably make one.
Cool, let's do it. We could build like a dope A2. Well, it'll be a community build. By the way, I convinced me, Rich, and Crump to all build Geisley Super Duties. Because I was like, look, I want to do a project like all together, but also y'all need Geisley Super Duty rifles too. When shit pops off, it's a good thing to have. But don't worry, guys. I still got a whole bunch of other ARs and also other lower cost ARs and PSA ARs and
Yo, bro, like it is what it is. Like I said, like I didn't want to like the whole point of saying this, and I could tell we've been doing this. So like with comments, through text it has no emotion, but I could tell like by what people are saying that people get upset.
yeah.
People are getting upset. I'm not downing your equipment, if you will.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is there's a difference. That's it. That's all I'm saying. That was the basis of it, and it went off the fucking handle per usual. So
Yeah.
whatever, you have what you have. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't be that person. And this is the shit that we preach all the time. You got what you got. That's cool. Not knocking it, but you always want to strive for better, right?
Yeah.
That's just a life quality thing. Like, you always just want to strive for better. Like, so if you have Taurus P2 111 and you like it, right?
don't
And it's like,
have
yo,
that.
that's a no-go, bro. And then you get another one, and then you get another one, and then you get another one, and then you get another one. Before you know it, you spend $4,000 on scrap metal.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You got one, leave it at that. Like just jump around until you find some shit that you like.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think I mean, there is a lot to be said about like I am like the dude that has, what some people, there's no such thing as too many, right? But I'm the dude that for years and years and years I've been building Glocks. So I've, got a lot of Glocks, and each one does not deserve the title of like work gun, right?
Yeah.
Like there are some that I would consider to be like, and I hate to use the duty term, but let's be real. Duty means you are using it for 8, 10, 12 hours a day, daily use, getting thrown around, getting used, functioning, right? Getting shot and being neglected when it comes to care and service. And
Yeah.
that is what a duty gun is. Now, for like dirty civilians, like most of us, I don't even like to use the word duty because it gives that law enforcement or military kind of, so usually I call it a work gun, right? But even that kind of sounds the same. So maybe we need to come up with another term that's like, you know, um, duty grade, work grade that is not like civilian. Have you ever seen the people that take like lowers that say for law enforcement use only? And I saw a dude that milled it out and put for civilian use only.
Yeah.
That shit was fire.
Well, hold on. Not my name said using a $500 million machine to make pennies. Odd flex, but I'll take it. So
You talking about the
the,
projectiles?
the projectiles.
Yeah.
That ammo is not cheap.
Oh, not at all.
That ammo is not cheap. And then, in fact, I'm not sure if it happened already, but I'm pretty sure he has a contract.
Dang, dude. This is the only ammunition I have ever seen predictably, um, predictably go through glass and hit the target at the same exact trajectory.
Didn't
Zero
change,
stick.
didn't deviate. It just
Yep. And we're talking angled windshield. Okay.
yeah.
The most difficult shit to, oh, by the way, I bought one of those center punches to break glass. Bro,
Yeah.
that shit is so
Amazing.
dope.
Or you can use
Everybody
spark
needs
plug.
one.
The porcelain on a spark plug. If you break a spark plug and you grab three pieces, and you throw it at a window, it will shatter a window.
What? So I think somebody told me that before.
I'm not saying I tested it.
I believe you. Look, if Dust
I'm
tells me
just
something,
telling you that it is fucking true, and it's a lot more quieter than you think.
you know why I never ask you to validate yourself or to prove yourself or anything like that when you say something?
Why?
Because me and you look for the same qualities in people we associate with or friends. I'd consider you a friend.
Absolutely.
And we look for the same qualities in friends that we look for in firearms.
Absolutely.
Are you reliable? Are you trustworthy? Are you going to be
Absolutely.
there for me when I need you?
Absolutely.
Can I call on
Absolutely.
you? It's the same
Can I
shit.
call you? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If we need to go on a ride and, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll just,
absolutely. Absolutely. It's just
yeah,
that's how it's just how it's gotta be. I'm nice to everyone, but
my buddy,
there's the
my
there's the
buddy.
there's the it's like, what's up, G? What you doing? It's 4 a.m. It's like, why are you up?
Yeah.
Where you at?
It's like that scene in The Town. He's like, I can't tell you anything about it, but we need to go hurt some people. You can never ask me about it. He's like, whose car we taking?
Yeah, his car we taking. That's it.
What jig you need, bro? If it's a AR jig, man, I don't, I got like one left and I was hoping that I could use it for myself, but yeah, let me know what you need.
Bro, there's something wrong with fish.
Bro, he's tripping. He's all in that whole butthole sense right now. Guys, don't put things in your beehole. It's actually not good for you. You two are like two hemorrhoids on a beehole. Fish, you fall into the Glock friend category too. Okay. You're a Glock reliability, Glock perfection,
Yeah.
reliable friend.
Yeah, fish is he's like, well, don't leave me out. I want to be a hemorrhoid too.
Yeah, yeah. No, so these aren't printed jigs. These are jigs that are designed specifically. They're polymer 80 jigs, but these being made differently than a 3D printer, they're for an AR lower, you don't want to use a printed jig. I'm just going to keep it real. These are a stretch, probably the most difficult AR jig to use, and they're designed for a specific type of polymer AR lower, but people have used them for aluminum aluminum AR lowers as well. So, all right, let's go ahead and wrap it up and bring it to an end. You guys just recently hit 230,000 subscribers.
which is crazy.
That's incredible, and I know that it's because you guys are putting out really important topics that we all need to discuss, like this,
Yes, those
right?
those gotta go.
Yeah, absolutely, they got to go.
They gotta go.
Um, and you know what? While I'm oh snap! Did that? Okay, hold on, dude. Anytime I get an email from YouTube, I'm like, oh, what did I
Yeah,
do?
it's like, oh yeah, well, bro, for real. It's like, oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, especially while I'm live, I'm like, oh my god. Okay, let me send this. I want to show you all this too before we cut out of here.
And
Um,
another cool thing, I
yeah,
don't know if it's a fact or not, right? I don't know if it's a fact. I really don't actually, and your chat and my chat would be good for this. I think in the 2A space,
hmm
I think that 50 cal Magnum is the most viewed video in the 2A space, dog.
bro, didn't you hit like 75 million on it?
84.
84 million views.
Dog, I can't fucking believe it. I for days I've been looking and looking, and I'm like, let me go. I was trying to look for a Kentucky ballistics video because I know that is absolutely insane. But I
Bro,
think it's at that tier. It might be at that tier. And I
that
was just like, that's pretty dope. Even though it's not like it doesn't mean shit at the end of the day. It does
I,
not mean shit. It's just I think it to
I
me,
mean, it's
it's pretty cool.
it's dope. That's a big deal, bro. I mean, that's something to be celebrated. Like if you go look through Demolition Ranch and all those huge channels with like 10 million subs and all that.
I
I
haven't
mean,
seen anything. I haven't seen
yeah,
anything that would that's
I,
fun.
I bet. Y'all should celebrate it, man. For real. That's a big deal.
It's fucking nuts.
So this is the mostly final, now I threw the little $200 Holosun magnifier on it. I know a magnifier on a 10.5 is like, why, dude? But I'm just kind of messing around with it. I'm playing around with it. I'm kind of getting a feel for it. I'm probably going to put it on another gun or use it for something. Excuse me, trade it for something. I don't know, but I'm not gonna lie, I like it, and the acro footprint Gideon optic is seems pretty solid. So I'm gonna give it a run for the money. This is the frag out upper and lower. It was raw aluminum because it was lasered. So I got the frag out upper and lower. I got the BCM handguard from Jonah with Big Mac Customs or Big Mac Defense. Sorry, I always say customs. I don't know why. Um, Picked up the Noveske 10.5-inch barrel with a Noveske gas block, gas tube, and all that shit, and it came with that flash hider. So whatever Battle Arms Development, BCG, and the rest of the parts are a combination of BCM, Geisley, and LWRC grip, brace actually from Jonah too, the Gideon optic, and just kind of miscellaneous shit, and yeah, I mean, dude, it's a shooter. It's going to run. It's going to work, right? And it's also not going to be like my go-to thing. It's just kind of a cool gun I wanted to do to have a little bit of fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, and thank you, appreciate that, Damien. Oh dang, look at that, 84 million views, and he dropped the link. My guy, my
That's
guy.
sick. Appreciate that, man.
MCMR handguard. Yes. So get this. So here we are, years later, right? I've been building off stuff that I've had for a long time. It's been years since I bought a handguard, bro. The evolution of handguards to keep It it is completely changed, right? So you can keep a 0 with a high power laser, or so you can it is a totally different game. Yeah, what were you gonna say?
No, I'm just saying, like, even with heat, if you're rapid firing your AR, which honestly, yeah, it's kind of wasting ammo, but it it has its purpose. Like, besides fun, mag dump 100 rounds through your rifle, just real quick.
You're gonna feel it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, you're gonna feel it. Your rifle's gonna get warm, but see what your rifle does.
Yeah.
I'm not saying do it every time, but every once in a while, if you have the extra rounds, just mag dump it real quick, stress test it, like heat cycle that bitch.
Yeah. Yep.
I know a lot
Dude.
of ranges are like 1 round per minute, so
Dude, that's so or even 1 round a second is
yeah, 1 round
ridiculous.
a second. I'm gonna like, how about I get like 5 rounds a second?
Yeah.
Let's
Bro, when we were at our most recent training or shooting event, well, that sounds bad. When we were shooting at a safe range most recently, um, I dumped a mag through my 10-3 with a can. Just that one mag, just so y'all know, 30 rounds. The can is untouchable. Okay. And I'm not rocking a cover on it. The can is untouchable. When I tapped it with my gloves, it started to melt away my Magpul gloves that are made to handle hot shit. Like, and it's something you got to be aware of. Like, what kind of sling are you running? Is your shit? How are you carrying it? Are you carrying it high ready, low ready, or you can? Is your shit going to tap your leg when you bend over or hop a fence? Like, you got to be aware for
that
real.
shit'll get you, burn right through your pants. You're gonna be like, what the fuck is that?
Yep, yep. And it doesn't matter what gear you got. I
Then,
mean,
yep,
dude,
point of
it
impact shift. See what it does then. Like Joe Voss said, the POI.
yep, yep, for sure. Yep. And if the standard is only 3 MOA, and somebody else mentioned this earlier, they were like, my rifle is sub MOA at 100 yards. Well, that's what 1 MOA is. That's like saying my car is fast when it's going 60 miles an hour. Well, it's going 60 miles an hour. Like,
Yeah.
1 MOA is 1 inch at 100 yards. So that's what. Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap it up. If you had to pick one AR for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh. All right.
Make and barrel length.
Okay. One AR for the rest of my life.
Hmm.
All right. I know it's gonna sound crazy, right? And a lot of people are probably like, "Oh, he's gonna pick his Knights."
PSA.
I probably wouldn't. I'd probably
Okay.
go with the one I painted. It's 13.9. Not too small. It's not too big. I can essentially run just about not any part, but I could run about any part on it. The Knights is
Mhm.
proprietary shit. Not a lot of people around me have Knights. There's only a few of us. Not everybody has. Look, even Fish is like 14 super dude. I'm like my
Yeah.
13.9 Geisley, like
Yeah.
not everybody has not everybody has these parts. And like everybody said before, they're like, oh, you're like pretty much trying to say I'm acting like parts don't fail. Parts do fail. They do
For
fail.
sure. In any firearm by any
Any
manufacturer,
any manufacturer, that things can fail. And I wouldn't
anything
want to be
mechanical.
stuck with that, like
Yeah.
stuck with like, damn, where am I gonna get a BCG? Parts for that, none is super expensive. But the Geisley setup, I know it's reliable, I know it's durable, and I know if my BCG went, I could be
You can
like,
throw
yo,
any
Dark,
BCG.
throw me a BCG and I'm slamming that bitch in there. Like,
Yeah.
yo, whatever barrel you got, give it to me. Taking
Yeah.
it apart, putting a different barrel on, like so.
Risky Krisky, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. So bro, I'll be honest.
That's crazy, Dango Matt.
I don't even have mine built yet. Oh, what do you say, Dingo Matt? Kick up dust. You got more views than Jerry McCulloch's 50 cal mag dump. 84 million views is insane, bro.
And
It's
that's
insane.
just on YouTube, dog. Like
Maybe
that's
I bet half of those were Tyrese himself. I'm just playing. Tyrese did watch it and share it, but
yeah, absolutely on Instagram. That's
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
And it's got you guys to the point of 230,000 subs. That's incredible, and y'all should for real celebrate that. And to celebrate it, what did you do? You gave a bunch of shit to your viewers.
Yeah,
Rifles, 1,000 rounds of 5.56, 1,000 rounds of 9mm. That like you're giving to them, and at a time when ammunition is like
yeah.
crazy, right? So everyone show some love to Risky Krisky, man. He has an awesome channel. We all need to support him. He is the man. Oh, bro, he is totally in our world of like dirty civilian, like preparation, small unit shit.
Bag, huh?
Yeah,
Right.
just like so currently the setup that nice, thanks. There you go. You just got another subscriber. Look at that, Risky Krisky.
I'm gonna get right on his. I'm gonna go write something on his shit. I'm gonna say, do it for the dirt bags.
And don't forget to say DLD brought me here. No, I'm playing.
Yep.
So my 10.3 5.56 is my go-to. I know that shit will run. I know that. I mean, it is my gun that I grab for anything that I know that I'm going to have to be, depositing some precious metals in someone's forehead. And I know the gun. I know the holds. I know if I know where the light. Like we were talking about this. Wherever the photonic focus of my light goes, I know where the round's going to go. Like it is like an extension of my person, right? And at the same time, knowing what I know as I build out this absolutely Krisky for you, bro. As I build out this Geisley Super Duty, I know, and I'm probably going to go with 14.5, 13.9, something in that range.
Yeah.
I know that that's going to be the gun that I would grab when it's fully built. But right now, I got the SSAE chilling here, which by the way I got for $149 on Primary Arms.
Oh damn, your shit came in already. Mine didn't.
Yeah, bro, I got lucky. I got this just wishful thinking, the OD green Durmag, and then I got I know I already showed it earlier, but I'm gonna show it again. And then the green Geisley Super Duty lower. I have a Geisley Super Duty lower parts kit on the way. The braided buffer spring and the H2 buffer and whatnot. My lower is almost built. What I except the stuff that I don't physically have yet. What I need is I still need the green buffer tube, and then I need a stock and a pistol grip, and I'm donezo.
Yo, it's coming. Let's see. Come on, man. You guys didn't send my shit out. The hell,
bro? They had to piece all my shit out. I basically have like 4 separate orders now.
Yeah, bro, my shit's not there.
They're like, we're sending you this one $5.99 BCM extended trigger guard. I'm like, what? Like, just send it all together. I don't care. But yeah, it's I'm excited to build it out because I know that is a gun that, like, on my deathbed, as it is worn to the shade of raw aluminum, I'll be like, give my Geisley Super Duty to my son. Like that shit is going to run forever.
Yo, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, bro. With that, you're gonna see.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
You're gonna
I'm
see.
excited.
Once you're gonna be like, what the fuck? This is what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm so pumped. But right now, I would grab that 10.3-inch 5.56 all day because I can burn with it like no other. I'm a beast.
Make sure you put a can on that because that bitch is loud.
Yeah, dude. I've only run cans. Have you ever seen me not run a can on my rifle?
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah. That one dude that came in the class with a 7.5-inch. Flashbang, flashbang, flashbang. It's like,
I should have doubled up.
Yeah. That was brutal. All right, let's go ahead and close it out here. Remind everybody who you are, where they can find you.
You can find me, Fish, a couple of other guys on Tactical Turkeys YouTube channel, Kick Up Dust 308 on Instagram. Actually, one of the guys in the chat already found me, and
nice.
We're literally having a whole conversation while I was on here. So if you guys ever have any questions, want to know anything, DM me on Instagram. I'm available. I'm available, but not like available like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Give him
pretty
a
much I'll
day or
answer
so.
you. Don't worry about that. It's not like I'm not gonna answer you. I will answer you. But you know, Tactical
Yeah.
Turkeys YouTube channel, Kick Up Dust 308 on YouTube.
Yeah.
Tactical Turkeys on Instagram as well. But I am never on that page.
And
Kick Up
their
Dust 308.
live streaming schedule is incredible, by the way. Get
Yes,
this. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays right before my stream, y'all. So
absolutely. We start
perfect.
at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays we run a little later.
Yeah.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. You know, we talk about everything. Sometimes we go off the fucking rails and talk about music.
Saturdays are the days to be there, though. Saturdays are the days that, like, they say every Saturday stream I think ever has been deleted
Oh,
because
absolutely. That Saturday streams are not allowed to stay on. Saturday streams can go from a general conversation about firearms to all the dirty business of this country
yeah.
that would probably get us all in trouble. So we delete it very fast.
So
We do
think
have
of
merch.
your Saturday streams. That's Risky Krisky's entire channel.
Shut the fuck up.
Swear to God. It's on point. And which is why I'm like blown away. Like it is a blessing that he is still here. So I know one day they'll likely boot him. I hope not, knock on wood and stuff. But anyway, we got some stuff coming up in the future, guys. I may have secured a place to potentially shoot outdoors in the future. And if this goes through, if that happens, this is going to change the future of my content for the rest of forever, bro. I've been waiting
I
for
could
this for
probably plug
forever.
you in. Um, I got a spot that where I do my long range.
Yeah, yeah.
That 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 place has like 900 acres.
Can I like kind of cut up and act a fool? Still safe, but can I?
Yeah, we'd have to. I got to introduce you to the guys. We got to go over there, introduce them because we're supposed to do some content there too. But
Okay.
it we can't shoot 50s there. So like that's not the question.
Yeah.
We can't shoot 50s. Big bangs, big booms.
hmm
Not sure that's allowed, but
I'm cool with that. As long as we can LARP and be free,
yeah, we
I'm
should be
cool
able
with that.
to potentially LARP and be free. They hold tactical games there.
Nice. That's right. That's right.
They hold tactical games there.
Yeah,
So
I think you said that at the 13-minute and 7-second point in your video.
yeah, possibly it's a
Yeah.
possibility. And you'll also probably get mauled by a mountain cat if you're not careful.
Yeah. That's why you got to keep that,
That bang, you know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Keep that
mhm.
bang banging.
Be able to throw it over the binary real quick and just whack, you know, have that rainbow of brass trickling
Yeah, just
down.
fucking
Yeah.
at a
All right.
place that I saw my ish.
We'll go ahead and wrap it up, man. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys for coming in. Just real quick, like everything else, at the end, I'm gonna do my normal rules, but also, yeah, you're good. If you want to
I'm
break
out of here.
out,
Love you
all right,
guys.
brother.
Thank you for having me on.
Thanks, man.
Yo, DLD's chat or you glowies, keep those glow sticks out your beehole. Don't be weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
later, guys.
All right,
Nice
brother.
to meet you
Hit me
guys.
up, man. Peace. All right, so everybody in chat, man, thank you for coming and hanging out. I know we kind of got in the weeds on a little bit of stuff tonight, and please don't ever think that like having conversations of higher quality stuff is ever like a conversation downplaying like PSA and some of the like CMMG and Aero Precision. All those are still great products that do work. It's just a conversation of different types of products that last longer or are more proven in just duty usage, right? I hate to say duty because it refers to like law enforcement and military, but either way, y'all know what we're saying. If you have a gun and if your gun works and if you know your gun and if your optic is properly sighted in and if you know your holds and you can deposit some precious metals and some mofos silhouettes, you are good. Now, the higher quality of a firearm you have, the likely you're going to have less longevity issues and less parts to replace, but always have extra parts too. Yeah, and just as you do this, right? Like make sure that your preps are good. Like as far, and I don't mean preps like in the stupid doomsday prepper sense of the word. What I'm talking about is active dookie. Yeah, that's actually a good one. Speaking of binary, Franklin or Fostech, I have both. I have Fostech Echo in the 10.3 inch. I got Franklin in the Scorpion, a Franklin in the MP5. That shit, bro, that shit's $800, dog. That shit's crazy. But it is so much fun. It is the most fun you can have with your pants on. It is crazy. Okay, now, so what I'm saying is, of course, the most important things right now, as our fucking country is literally turning into hell on earth, and as the world is following behind it, that's what I feel like. You need to make sure that you have every single possible advantage and capability for you to take care of your family, your loved ones, and also to preserve innocent life, whoever's that may be. Okay. So make sure you got your water, food, shelter, security. All right. Make sure you have plans. Make sure you have comms. Make sure you have whatever you need to do. Make a small unit. Okay. Go get your neighbors, the people that think like you, that prepare like you do. And remember, preparedness is not paranoia. It is not fear. It is not living in fear. Living in preparedness is not living in fear. Do not let this consume you. Just be aware. That's all I'm saying. And as you go through this and get all your shit, all your gear, and all your whatever, make sure that you have the things that you absolutely need to survive. Like become as physically fit as possible. That's something I'm working on. That's something I've struggled with for a long time. Become as physically fit as possible. Sometimes I will literally just open up my door randomly in the middle of the day and just run outside and just see how long I can run for, like in slippers and shit. And I'll just, just my neighbors probably think I am insane, but I'll just do it just to push myself and see what I can do. Anyway, physical fitness and actual hard skills, right? Hard skills that you can create things to barter with, and obviously, water and food are important. Air is important. So make sure you have things that could potentially help you and your family breathe too. There's so many other layers to this shit. Oh, that was a hair floating in there. I was like, what the fuck? If you've ever had like a spider just come down in the middle, spiders freak me out. So I thought that was a spider or something. Anyway, wrapping this all up, make sure that you can use every single possible advantage that you can, right? So in the end, all we have is our rules. Make sure you set your rules, your standards and expectation for yourself. I forgot something. Let me go back before I do the rules. I literally almost started the rules. Support the companies that support us. Okay. Goonbeam, Tack Knives, Air Takedown Tool, Aegis Gun Care, like all these guys that actually give a fuck about us, Gideon Optics. All of their links and all the discount codes are all in my description, and you can use those. Also, I have a new piece of information where Freedom Crew University has a whole sheet of companies that are offering discount codes for all of us now. So if you guys hit me up on Instagram, I can share that with you. Somebody else needed an upper parts kit. I forgot to get back with you today. I will ASAP. I'm sorry, guys. I've just been super slammed. Hence why the ATF merch still is not live. I literally just have to finish one thing to make the website live, and I just have not had the time to do it. I have not made time to do it. Sorry. The ATF agent pillow and the ATF agent hoodie. I'm sorry, the Sleepy Roofer hoodie. Those will be available soon. Also with a flag and some other products that you can use around the house that you guys are going to love. We'll have it soon. Okay. Also, if you did not see the reel that I posted last night on Instagram for a good laugh, go watch it. You'll have a blast. But support the companies that support us, right? Go cop a Goon Beam. All right. Don't go buy a TLR 1HL. I mean, that's great and all, but go cop a Goon Beam, right? Go show him some love and show him some support. Goon Beam is like the tiny boutique operation that is only for builders and 3D printers and like people in the know that are this like tiny boutique of bespoke shit that is fucking supercharged shit. This is not like your Streamlight, okay? This shit is like insanity, dude. You can just see the fucking get yourself a lightsaber. All right. Oh shit. Anyway, also I have some tack knives shit coming up. We're gonna be doing some giveaways for tack knives, and I also have a knife that I'm gonna be giving away, and some other stuff too, and maybe another razor knife as well. Also, last thing before we start the rules, I noticed a major flaw in this Cobra Tech. Okay. This, I fell in love with this Cobra Tech. It is $100 knife that is an auto side opening. It is literally on bearings. It is so super smooth. It just glides open every time. And the ergos of it are so, it fills your hand like perfectly. The feel of the blade. I mean, dude, you could do work with this thing, right? But then I started thinking about it and I was like, man, it feels so good in the hand. It gives you that extra piece there for striking and all that. And it's D2 tool steel, like it is incredible. But I was like, I wonder if you squeezed it hard enough, if I could disengage the lock. And look at that. So unfortunately, after testing my gear, I have found that this is ineffective for carry, because if I ever had to grab it and use it like this and squeeze it really hard, it literally disengages the lock. So unless I want to use it for that, which I would assume that I would not have much time preparing for a situation where I have to pull out a knife like that, I would have to do this: pull it out of my pocket. I would have to disengage the safety. Red is dead, right? Then I would have to flick it, and then I would have to re-engage the safety and then turn it up. I can't do all that. So though this is dope and I love it, and for like from a utilitarian standpoint, it is an excellent knife that is literally razor sharp. I mean, this thing is stupid sharp. I love it. But from a standpoint of actually using it for you know for a meat cutter, it just doesn't fit the bill. Whereas something like this, the Microtech Stitch, there is absolutely no way I could literally squeeze this as hard as I can with my palm on the side, and there is absolutely no way, even if I choke all the way up on it, with my finger literally on it, squeezing it as hard as I possibly can. I cannot close this on accident. And if you guys think about it, okay, if for some crazy reason you are down to your knife to depend on this saving your life, and then you squeeze it as hard as you can, imagine if you were boxing with it or using it to strike from the blade piece, what this would do to your fingers. I'm just saying. So Cobra Tech is dope, but man, I'll take a tack knife over that, because I'm not trying to remove my phalanges. Also, possibly in the next giveaway, I may be including this Glock base plate here. We'll see. We'll see. I'm putting together a little kit. All right. Borka blade and Microtech hit a home run with the Stitch, bro. The Stitch is like I almost, the only way I'm going to be walking around with $500 in my pocket is if I'm carrying a Stitch. But man, I'm really tempted to grab a Microtech, either the Durka um or Durka the Dirac. So check this out. Look at this Dirac. This is a red aluminum and bronze Dirac, and I found one of those for sale. Shout out to my guy, James the Swordsman. He is a beast, and he is super helpful, and he can actually get you guys deals on Microtechs too, and at least help you find some rare and unique ones. If not, maybe even get you a deal on it as well. But I think I'm going to get a Combat Tradoon. I don't know. I'm tempted to get the Dirac, but the issue is that in Virginia, I'm not supposed to carry a double-edged blade. And yeah, the Dirac Delta. And oh, bro, I don't know. I mean, I would hate to like have a dope ass Dirac Delta DE and get that shit taken from me because I'm carrying a double-edged blade. But the Combat Tradoon is a large, hefty OTF knife that is trustworthy, that I am allowed to carry in Virginia. And of course, I only want to follow all the Virginia rules, laws, regulations, and restrictions. So there you go. All right, guys. Oh, you know what? Do a quick like bomb, and let's see if we can get this as the picture that YouTube selects. So back out and like the stream really quickly. As many of you as you possibly can. Like the stream, and then YouTube will actually catalog this moment for for the thumbnail picture. So there you go. 3, 2, 1, boom. Hopefully that works. Anyway, guys, look, I appreciate and love all you guys so much, and thank you for hanging out. We've spent 2.5 hours with each other. Shout out to the Tactical Turkeys hitting 230,000 subscribers. That is insanity. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm losing my voice. I need to pass out because I got shit I got to do tomorrow. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, Drew. Appreciate all you guys. Micro OFT Direct Delta. Same issue with the MagTech. What do you mean? Same issue with the MagTech. Ultratech has way more blade profile. Ultratech has way more blade profile, but I mean, Ultratech is a Microtech size. Like it's Ultratech is a size of Microtechs, but there's different types of blade profiles for Ultratechs. So you could do a Spartan blade, Tonto blade, a DE blade. The Combat Tradoon is way larger than the Ultratech. Check out Hawk Knife Designs. I've been looking on the Arizona knife place. I mean, I just caught the end. Night All, later DLD, and this year Beware. Black Scout Survival uploaded. Is World War III and military draft coming? I believe it. I believe it. DLD check Hogue OTF2. Yeah, I haven't checked out their OTFs, but I have looked at some of their side opening autos. I really do love side opening autos because this gives you the convenience of an auto, but a way more robust locking mechanism. I definitely prefer that because if you're going to the woods and you're stuck in the woods with whatever you got on you, which one would you rather use to baton through firewood? This or this? Let's be real, right? Now, this is D2 tool steel, still a great OTF. Like I said, I love tack knives. They're inexpensive, Chinese shit that's made in Texas or Chinese shit that's assembled in Texas. And, I love what they do with their blades and it's awesome. But every single OTF knife is limited by its design. That's just the way that it is. Right? So oh yeah, the Beckers are great, dude. Look, K bars are awesome all the way. Microtech Hellhound Razor, yeah, those are dope. Those are dope. I do like the Warhound because I love Wharncliffe blades. I got a whole gang of Wharncliffe blades. Yeah, and go buy John Crump's book as well, The Masturbators of Firearms. What is it? Master of Firepower, something like that. No, it's a dope book, and make sure that you guys check it out too. Make sure that whatever gear you have is cross compatible with other shit and can complete other tasks. You never know what you're going to have to do with your gear. Okay. This is why I stopped carrying a Keltec P3AT in my pocket because I was like, oh, well, I have to wear dress clothes every day, so I can only carry a Keltec P3AT. No, I wasn't willing to compromise on things with my clothes and my outfit and my belt and all that shit to carry a different gun. So all I had to do was stop tucking in my shirt, and now I just wear like polos or dress shirts that are not tucked in, and then now I can EDC my 21 round 9mm Glock 43X. I'll take that all day, in addition with my blade, my hot sauce, my goon beam, and all that. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and wrap up. Look, I appreciate all you guys so much. You guys are the best viewers anyone could ever ask for. Love all y'all. And in the end, all you have is your word. Please get right with God. Okay. I know We've had this conversation so many times, but now is the time to get right with God. Okay. If you haven't, if you have questions about it, holler at me. It's that time. All right. Now, lastly, the standards and expectations that you hold yourself to are character building pieces of yourself. Okay. So find what rules are important to you and resonate with you. And these 3 rules that I tell you at the end of every single live stream are important to me and resonate with me because they're what I believe are, part of the content of your character, the person, like who you are and who you choose to be is everything. And when you're gone and when people tell stories about you, this is the kind of shit that they're gonna talk about and think about. So rule number 1 is to be kind, right? It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief little interaction that you have with somebody else could have a massive impact on their life. So just be kind. Rule number 2 is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed because a hand that's open to give is open to receive. Y'all know that. Rule number 3, because we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence. Make sure that we're becoming as highly skilled in violence as we possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, my last thought to you is to go buy John Crumb's book. I love all y'all. Peace. Oh, yeah. No show this Saturday because I got the little one with me. I don't know. I may pop on for a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. By the way, show some love to Tack Knives, yo. Show them some love. Love y'all. Peace.